All right. Hey everyone, how's your day going? Um, as we are getting ready for kickoff here in the week 3 preseason match between the Chiefs and the Seahawks. What's going on, guys? How's it going? Um, before the game, we can just talk a little bit about who's going to be playing and who's not going to be playing. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. Hmm. Okay, maybe I'm not finding it, but let's see. So we already know, Kenneth Walker is not going to be playing. Mahomes, Kelsey, none of those guys are going to be playing. We were told that Nussmeier is actually going to be starting this game, and he might play the whole time with Oladokin still in the concussion protocol. They're supposed to have Justin Fields ready to go, but if he's able to play for most of the game, that's pretty exciting to me. Who would much rather see Nussmeier play and see something we don't know than watching Justin Fields, who isn't the greatest quarterback and definitely isn't the QB2 of the future here in Kansas City. Um, Meanwhile, on the Seahawks side, uh, I know that they are planning on playing Milrow for this whole game, and I think he struggled last week. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Let me look at this. Why do I have that? Where am I? Oh. Uh, all right, there we go. So yeah, last week, he played in the preseason so far. He's 6 for 11, 52 yards, 2 INTs, no TDs. So he's struggling a little bit for them. He's struggling for them. So we'll see how it does. We do know that the Chiefs defense played very well last week, and we hope to continue to see that, against the Bucks starters and secondary guys. They forced essentially 4 punts and a turnover on downs in those first 5 drives. That's what we're looking to see again. Show that there's some depth on this young defense. Um, Players that I'm going to be watching out for in this game. I'd like to see the battle between Cyrus Allen and Jalen Royals. They've each had one good game apiece in the preseason, and I'd like to see who is going to end up doing the best in this preseason. Um, I will be watching out for Nussmeier, just seeing how he plays as QB. Maybe by next season he'll be able to take that step up into QB2, and the Chiefs won't have to pay for a guy like Justin Fields to be their backup. Um, I'll be watching on the defensive side. I want to see more from Mansour Delane. He should be playing in this game. He played last week, and hopefully he gets some chances to make some plays, because we need to see that, he didn't get to do much of camp and full contacts and all that stuff. We need to see that he's ready for week 1. I think most of the kingdom, including myself, is believing that he is going to be the guy on your as your shutdown corner. I'll be watching Noel Williams. He or not Noel Williams. Sorry, I'll be watching Jaden Hicks if he's playing. He's had some great plays. He's making moves. He struggled a little bit last year, but keep stacking good games. He'll definitely see some time in the starting defense later. But let's see what he can do today. And lastly, I just kind of want to watch that defensive end and the defensive line as a whole, but mainly that defensive end spot. Is FAU going to play? Is he going to make some big impact plays? Any other guy that they're going to rotate in there, R. Mason Thomas, is he going to make some plays? That kind of stuff. I'd also be interested to see Peter Woods. He hasn't been, he's been there, but he hasn't made any super big impact plays of this preseason yet. It'll be nice to, See if he can play well and you get good production out of that defensive end opposite Karloftis. The Chiefs went from having a, joke of a defensive line to a really good one potentially coming up in this season. So we will just have to see how that all plays out and what we're going through for there. So let's go back over here. Um, yeah, I'm just excited to see this game play out. I mean, maybe this is a little bit of a depth matchup. I mean, these two teams do play again in October, especially the first couple drives. Obviously teams aren't going to be playing all their starters, but you might get a good sense of what these teams will be able to do against each other. Let me real quick just do a sound check for the game. We don't even know who's starting with the ball yet, so I don't think I'll check that after, but I just want to make sure that the sound is good. Okay, I think we're all good. Yeah, I think we're good here. All right. So, with that said, let me see if I can find out if we know anything about the coin toss. I am not finding anything yet, so maybe it hasn't been done yet. Um, Oh, here we go. Okay, so earlier I was talking about people who will not be playing in this game for the Chiefs. I found a list of them. Uh, Quarterback Chris Oladokin, he's in concussion protocol. Kenneth Walker, he's still dealing with some ankle swelling. Wide receiver Jimmy Holiday, guard CJ Hansen, Josh Simmons, who's dealing with that back issue. We'll see how that one plays itself out. Hopefully, he's good to go by week 1, September 14th. Then you got defensive end Ashton Gelati, defensive end Tyreek Smith, defensive tackle Omar Norman Lott. Oh my God. Safety Elohi Gilman and safety Chamari Connor. So those are the players who did not dress tonight and will not be playing versus the Seahawks. Everybody else, we may get, some play, even if it's only a play or two from. Meanwhile, while I was paying attention to this, I'm not a big Seahawks fan, but the Seahawks did make a trade. I think it was last week for defensive back Trayvon Diggs. They are a unit who lost some guys in there after the Super Bowl. Some guys signed with some other teams, so it'll be good for them to get some of that depth back. See, if he can play well here in Seattle for them. Still nothing here. I think we are just about to get to the coin toss. So, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Let's see. All right. So, with that said, once we get the box score going for this game, I will put the box score up on screen, the play-by-play for you guys while I'm doing the casting, so we can, so you guys can visually see that. And yeah, I'm just kind of tuning in for a second here to the live, uh, seeing if they've announced anything with the coin toss, but I don't think we've gotten there yet. So, but looking ahead for the Chiefs, because at the end of the day, this game doesn't mean too much for them. Uh, we have definitely got to pay attention to some of the injuries that we've piled up. Ashton Gelati, Josh Simmons. Um, there are some other ones that are in that rotation, but those are guys that we would hope would be ready to go for week one. Obviously, you have a long time until the Chiefs' first game, but it'll be every man needed on the battlefield when we get there. So, after this game, when I release the recap from this game, or in a separate video, I want to talk about the 53-man roster once that is announced and my opinions on that and what I think of guys who maybe should have had a chance on the roster or guys that, surprised me by making the roster. So we'll be doing that. In addition to that, we'll also be doing a preview for week one before that game. So, and, our goal here for this season is one video per week, kind of recapping the previous game and talking about the next one, maybe some extra videos here and there, but that's what we'll be going for besides that. All in all, it's going to be a fun season. Everybody's doubting the Chiefs, and they have a real chance to silence, the biggest doubters in the Mahomes era. You're coming off of a year where your AFC Championship streak ended. You didn't make the playoffs, and like I have talked about before, sure you have a low floor, but the ceiling is higher than a lot of people think. And the Chiefs could surprise a lot of teams by winning those games. And I'm going to be here commentating those all along the way, giving you those live play-by-plays. So, if you don't want to listen to the NFL announcers, tune into me. I'll give timestamps once the game clock is going, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. So, I do want to see some things while I'm here. Sorry, this whole streaming thing is new to me, so I'm just kind of checking it out. Okay, cool. All right. By the next Chiefs game, I might start the stream a little later, a little closer to kickoff once we know the coin toss. But I just want to get in here, get this set up. This is all kind of new to me, so yeah. All right. So based on the lineup, I think the coin toss has happened. We're getting ready for kickoff, maybe, or could just be still showing some more stuff. Nope. All right. So from the looks of it, the Seahawks have elected to receive in the second half. So Kansas City will be starting with the ball, catches the ball, rushing unless I said 10 to 20, up to 25, bounces and it's down right around the 30-yard line. And that is where the Kansas City will start this drive. I believe that was Remigio on the return. And Nussmeier set to start for the Chiefs drive. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 in the gun, single back behind him. Hands it off. Up the middle. And that was Emmett Johnson who gets maybe 4 to 5 yards going up the middle. Nice little run by him. So that'll bring up around 2nd and 5. Alrighty, so here we go. 2nd and 5. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right, motioning a man to the left. Handoff to Johnson up the middle, and he got the first down, gain of about 5 yards there. Nice run by Johnson. And so already you're kind of seeing that impact of the Chiefs' improved run game, starting this one off early. Got a lot of the Chiefs starters out there right now. Thornton, Kelsey, the starting offensive line, Noah Gray, Jalen Moore. Trey Smith is out there, so that's good to see. Alrighty, and so 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Okay, did they just? Oh, never mind. They're saying he was short of the first down, so it'll actually be 3rd and 1 for Kansas City. You're crazy if you're thinking Milroe gets 3 TDs, buddy. Under 100 passing yards and a pick. All right. Still waiting here. I think they're figuring out the call, getting it all set up. As soon as that game clock starts running again, I will do a countdown on it so we can have a time sync. Bring out the virtual measurement for the first down, and yeah, he was short. So 3rd and 1, Kansas City. Here we go. 3rd and 1, under center, back behind him. Hand off to Johnson. Oh, and he gets the first down easy. Still going, gets about 3 yards up the middle, and that'll be a Chiefs first down. So 3 runs in a row to Johnson, and he will convert the first down. Excellent running by him. So 1st and 10. For your time sync, we got 13, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33. All right. All right, 1st and 10, Nussmeier back behind him in the single back set. Handoff to Johnson. Oh, no, play action. Pass to Kelsey, makes a man miss. And he picks up about 8 to 9 yards as he gets to about the 50-yard line. That'll be 2nd and 1 for Kansas City. I thought he handed the ball off there, but it was a really good play, actually, at least from our view. And with that, Kelsey's going to go to the sideline who made that catch. That might be his only one in this game. And so 2nd and 2 for Kansas City. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, 3 out to his left as well. All right, takes a snap, drops back, looking, firing across the middle, and it's dropped. Oh, that was Noah Gray who dropped the pass across the middle. Hit him right. Maybe it was a little high, but it hit him right in the hands. Yeah, he just runs a little post, and it could have been a little better thrown. Could have been a little better thrown, but so that'll bring us 3rd and 2. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. He's got 2 to each side. He drops back. He's looking, still looking, fires, overthrown. 4th and 2. And I think they're going to bring on the field goal unit or punting unit. I don't know which one you're going to go for here. Good defense by Seattle there for those 2 downs. So Ariza back to punt to Seattle. Yep, and punt is away. And he's calling for the fair catch at right about the 14-yard line. And that is where the Seahawks will start their drive. We'll see. So, disappointing starting series. They got 1 first down and they couldn't get a second one. So, I will be interested into seeing what they do with Noah Gray in the coming seasons, because he just hasn't been that good. I mean, he's had a couple big games, but he hasn't like done anything incredible here. Oh, do I need to? I see what's going on. It's following me again. Where the heck is this thing at? There we go. Ooh. I got too far. Stop. Go a little to the left. Okay, and while we have... There we go. Okay. While we're on this kind of commercial break here, let me go ahead and set this up. All right, there we go. Got the box score up for you guys. So, just waiting here on commercial. To the Chiefs' disappointing first series. We'll see what their defense can do. And like we were talking about earlier, and I talked about it last week, they've looked really good against the Bucs starters. And we'll see what Milroe can do for Seattle, who, from what I understand, is slated to play this whole game. It's against YouTube rules for me to play any of the game. So if you're watching it, you'll just have to time sync it with me, and then I'll be your caster for it. All right. Milroe in the I formation back behind him. 1st and 10. Oh, handoff, left side, blown up. Oh, he'll lose 3 or 4 yards right there. And what a play. And that was Delane who blew that up on the outside. And just like we were talking about a little bit ago, we want to see more from Delane, and that was a play by him. And so it'll be 2nd and 14 for Seattle. Right around their own 10-yard line. Actually, the ball will be placed at the 9-yard line. I'll look at a second. I don't know which number. Milroe in the gun, back to his right, 3 out right. Here we go. Oh, and penalty somewhere. It might be a false start on Seattle. I'm not sure. Flag has flown. Yes, they are calling the false start on the Seahawks, and that'll move them back even more for this 2nd down. From this far, I believe it'll just be the full 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 18. Or no, 2nd and 19 for Seattle. Nope, 18. I was right. I can't do math. So, in the gun, back to his right, 3 out left. Milroe drops back into the end zone, looking, fires into the flats, and it is blown up right there. Like Chris Roland Wallace blown up, maybe gain 2 yards there, bring up third down. And so with that, the Chiefs find themselves in a great position for this third down to stop the Seahawks offense. 3rd and 17. Here we go. Milroe in the gun, back to his right, 2 receivers each side. Basically standing on the goal line. Takes the snap, drops back, looking, fires, and it's caught. And he picks up maybe about 10 yards, but it is still not enough to convert the first down. And so that'll bring up 4th down and maybe about 6 yards. And as the Seahawks offense is leaving the field, we'll get a punt back to Kansas City. Is Roland Wallace? I don't think so, if I'm being honest. I don't think Weston's cool enough for that. All right, and so the punt, snap, and punt is away. And it's going to land about the 30-yard line. Fair catch is called and out of bounds, and so the Chiefs will start at their own 30-yard line. When we come back, while we're here, I guess we could look and see who the running back is for Seattle if we look down this. Jay Wright. That is who that would be. I'm honest. I don't know the Seattle depth pieces very well, if I'm being honest. So I'm not sure if that's someone fighting for your 3rd running back spot or if it's your 2nd string running back or what. But maybe you know, Fano is who's the running back that got hurt for you guys last year? Like Champagne or something like that? When is he slated to come back? Because I don't know. I thought a lot of your guys' rushing success was having like the 1-2 punch of both him and Walker. Or Charbonnet. Thank you. Mid-season? Okay. Do you think he gets the because I know you guys drafted a running back at the end of the 1st round, right? Like, do you think he gets the starting spot back over him, or do you think they do it like a running by committee? Well, it seems like Walker won't need to be a workhorse here either. You'll find out that soon. Okay. I mean, luckily for him, like, I mean, as we've seen in this game and this whole preseason, like, Emmett Johnson runs pretty damn well. Like, he's better than any Chiefs running back besides Walker that we've had. Yes, Price and Sharpie is way better. Didn't they both have like 1,000 yards last year or something crazy like that? Like Sharp, I'd have to check. I'd have to look it up. But running back 2, it's gonna be by committee. Right now I would think it's Emmett Johnson, our 5th round rookie who's been running really well. But it could also be Brashard Smith, who is just he's a wide receiver converted running back, so he's good at like passing downs. So we don't need Walker to be in there every play. Like there's other guys who can rotate in there. We technically have a 4th right now. All right, 1st and 10. Nussmeier under gun, back behind him. Handoff to Johnson, left side. Oh, and he breaks him in. Go to the outside, and he'll pick up about 10 yards there, and that's a Chiefs 1st down right off the bat. No, he was poised because we get in the red zone and Sharp would come in and score. Oh, Sharp had like 800 yards. That's still crazy, though. Like, most teams would kill to have, 1,800 yards rushing in a season, even if it is split up between 2 guys. All right. So 9:34, 33, 32, 31. Snap. Nussmeier in the gun. Play action. Rolls it right. Pass to Johnson again. Oh, and he's making him and miss. He's all the way at the Seahawks 44-yard line. And that's another 1st down, Kansas City. And Johnson is just having a game today. Besides the one play from Kelsey, Johnson has been the entire Chiefs offense. And this is exactly what I wanted to see from him. Talked a little bit about the running back battle last week when Brashard Smith was carrying the load, but Johnson's looking great out there. All right, Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and I think that was Smith. I can't tell who that was running. No, who is that? 25? Not sure who that was. They got about 3 or 4 yards up the middle there. Yeah, 2nd and 7 for Kansas City. I'll have to look up who number 25 is. I don't know who that was. I don't think that was Smith. All right. Oh, I know who it could be. All right, Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, 2 out to his right. Looking. Nussmeier fires, and it's caught. First down to around the 31-yard line. And I believe that was Tyquan Thornton who actually made the catch there. Good to see him after getting his extension from Kansas City. That could have been DeMarcado who got that run up the middle. Former Arizona Cardinal. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, now motioning a man to the right. Play action. He's rolling, looking, firing. Picked off. Number 16, I believe that's Diggs, if I'm not mistaken, who picked that off. Good interception. Good pick for the Seahawks, and it will go to their ball. And so, actually, let me go back. Let's go to this. Here. Yeah, I can. I should have been using this the whole time. There we go. Yeah, it was a good route. He was covering Thornton, and Thornton. Oh, no, never mind. Different receiver. I'd have to see who he's covering. I don't know why they're showing Thornton there. He wasn't even part of the play, but good pick by Diggs. And we'll see where they start. I didn't actually see good aware up heads up play. So 7:39 in the first. We are tied at 0-all. I haven't seen exactly which DBs are getting cooked. I mean, the one, he was covering him really well. The one catch that they have had. And then the other passes have just been, dumping it off to the running back. So I don't know if you'd call that getting cooked. In the run game, maybe. All right, so apparently, and I might have missed it, they might have said it on the broadcast, but there was some unsportsmanlike conduct on the play after the pick. So it'll be Seattle ball, but they'll be starting at the 30-yard line, at the Seattle 30-yard line. So the one pass that he threw to Thornton that was caught was not a check down. We did run a lot of checkdowns, but more last year, it was a lot of tight end screens to Kelsey. So they would just do like a bubble screen to Kelsey. I would hesitate to think that Reed would use a lot of his playbook now, but I will say what's interesting is, maybe that's Nussmeier just making a bad choice, but it's on Seattle. It's on Seattle. Penalty is on Seattle. I don't know what, because they didn't show anything on the broadcast. I have it muted, so. But. So. Yeah, we do a lot of screens to Kelsey, which was annoying me last season, because Kelsey just isn't athletic enough to get anything more than 3 yards anymore. Oh, was he looking? I see. Okay, so the pick that Diggs got, it was underthrown pretty badly by Nussmeier. Nussmeier was going either that or Xavier Worthy ran the wrong route. I'm not sure, but either way, it was underthrown. So 1st and 10 handoff, and Seattle's going to get about 6 yards there. And so that'll bring up like 2nd and 4 for Seattle. Oh, actually, hold on. There's a flag. I wonder what they're going to call here. Oh, maybe I missed it. I think it was a penalty on Seattle, though, because I think they moved the ball back. Yeah, they did. It was a penalty, so Milroe in the gun back to his left. They're on their 4 yard line. Okay, drops back. He's looking, has time, has a year, fires, and it's caught all the way at the Chiefs' 44-yard line by White. I mean, he had like 5 years back there to throw the ball. Nobody was there. This is one of those concerns we've had where the Chiefs don't have a ton of defense or defensive line depth. Yeah. Nice throw. And so 1st down for Seattle. Big play for them. So 1st and 10. And there is a Chief down, number 39. I'm not sure who that is. I don't know all the numbers that well at this depth, but going to commercial. Let me check real quick. That is Melvin Smith Jr., one of the depth pieces in our room. Hope he's okay. That was a good throw. I mean, the closest person to pressuring Milroe was FAU, and he just kind of got beat on his rep. So far in this game, you've had a punt, another punt, and an interception. And now Seattle is approaching striking range. They're on their own 44-yard line. So we finally might have some points in this game. Coming soon, but Milroe so far 3 for 3 for 51 yards. That was a 40-yard pass to Montre Foster Jr., number 87 for Seattle. So Milroe's your guys' third string QB, right? Because you got Sam Darnold, starter, and then you got Drew Lock as the backup, and Milroe's QB3. Do you guys expect to take 3 QBs on the main roster, or do you think they're going to go with 2? Hey! There, we got a long time. We got a long time. Yeah, third string. Okay. Hey, you know what? He could throw for less than 50 yards for the rest of the game. You never know. You never know. All right, and we're back. 7:07. Some of the I don't like how they do these preseason games where the plays are already going. It's hard to cast. But here we go. 6:58. Milroe. He's in the gun, back to his left, motioning a man to the left. Handoff, right side, and it's blown up. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there. And that was Peter Woods and a couple other Chief guys in there on the play. So a good play by the Chiefs defense there, and that'll bring up basically 2nd and 10. 6:31, 6:30, 29, 28, 27, 26. And I like that, the Chiefs' run game's good, but I wish that 3rd down defense was a little better. Milroe, under center, 3 to his right. Now motioning 1 back left. Looking off. Play action, fires across the middle, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. Still going, making men miss. He's all the way to the Kansas City 31-yard line. And that's a Seahawks first down. And that was Ario, number 18, on the catch. He just runs a little post route, and he's wide open. No one was there to guard him. Made a couple guys miss. And when you traded away your starters, hopefully. Handoff, left side, gets about 5 or 6 yards there. Kind of waited to shift to the play until he already had the ball in his hands, but second down. Arroyo. Okay. Oh, okay. 4 for 4 for 75 yards for Milroe so far. So, that's getting blown up pretty quickly. All right. 2nd and 6. Milroe in the gun with a back to his left. Motioning a man left. Takes the snap, dropping back. He's got some time. Looking, fires a deep ball. Broken up. That is by Christian Fulton. Broken up. That would have been a touchdown. Good pass breakup by him. And I talked about this a little bit more too, but Fulton's one of those guys who you really don't know what to do with, but you need to see some good games from him. He just has some good press coverage there all the way down the field. Swats it right out of White's grasp for the easy touchdown. So 3rd and 6 for Seattle. Milroe in the gun, back to his left. Motioning a man so he's got trips right. Takes the snap, drops back. He's got some time and it's closing fast. Throws it. And I think he was hit as he threw maybe from the right side because it is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. I didn't see who was on the edge who hit him because I think he hit his throwing arm. I think that might have been R. Mason Thomas, Chiefs' 2nd-round rookie. You double check that. Oh no, it was tipped on the other side. Oh, who was that? Was that? I'll have to check who tipped that. I think that was FAU who tipped that pass. It's a 46-yard field goal for Seattle. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. And so Seattle will take a lead in this one, 3-0. So, bend but don't break. Some solid defense there at the end. I thought, the way the broadcast had that, I thought his arm got hit. But, nope, it was a tipped pass. 4:42 in the first. As we go to commercial, Seahawks lead by 3. Or we're not going to commercial? Man, these preseason games, the way they do commercials is wild. And so, here we go. So Myers is set to kick to Kansas City. So you got Brashard Smith and Nico Remigio back to receive the kicks. Seven plays, 64 yards, and 2 minutes and 56 seconds on that drive for Seattle. Kick is away in the end zone. He's going to try and return it. He's at the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Oh, he's got a lane on the outside to the 40, 45, 50, trying to cut back inside, and he'll be down at the Seahawks 45-yard line. And that's where Kansas City is going to start this drive. Great return by Brashard Smith there on the right side. I mean, there was good blocking all around. He had a huge lane. That was a great play. And so, Kansas City, 1st and 10 from the Seahawks 45-yard line. So, 1st and 10, under center, Nussmeier. Handoff, play action, rolling, fires. It's caught. Number 85, I believe that's Armstrong, who makes the catch, and they are down to the Seahawks 25-yard line with that catch. Now, let me move this football. This is Kansas City football. And so that'll be another first down for the Chiefs. They are driving here. I know it's the preseason. I'll answer that in a second. Under center, Nussmeier takes the snap, hands it off inside, and it's Johnson, and he is bottled up, maybe got 2 yards. That's about it there. Not much there. Who is Kansas City's biggest opponent in that division? I was thinking Denver. I don't know. The Chargers are the team that always disappoints me. I think it's definitely Denver. Denver had a great team, a young team, and then they added Jalen Waddle, which will fix their receiver problem. They're going to be a menace. Honestly, it's entirely possible the Chiefs lose both games to them this season. 2nd and 8. Hand off to Johnson. Oh, he's got a huge lane. Breaks it away. Spin move. Picks up the first down. Maybe got about 10 yards there for Johnson. And my God, give this man the ball 30 times, please. He is cooking on these run plays. They were interviewing Jackson Smith and Jigba. So I was actually having to watch the plays through the screen at the stadium because they weren't showing them on the broadcast. 1st and 10, Kansas City. I think they're down near the 15-yard line at the 13. Nussmeier in the gun, hands it off up the middle to Johnson, and he's swallowed up. Maybe got a yard there. I think the new OC for the Chargers will help a lot. I don't disagree with that. I will say every year it feels like the Chargers win the offseason. Like, they're the offseason champs. But then they just never amount to anything. And they also already have a center out for the season, too. So their O-line troubles are already starting. 2nd and 8 for Kansas City. Nussmeier in the gun. Johnson to his right. 2 men each side. Oh, no. 2 and 1. Takes the snap. He's got some time. Fires, and it's dropped by Armstrong. I think it was kind of a low pass from Nussmeier. It wasn't really on target there. So 3rd and 8 for Kansas City from the Seahawks 13-yard line. Once again, we're sitting here with Jackson Smith and Jigba. They do always have offensive line troubles. That's true. All right, Nussmeier in the gun. Johnson to his left. 2 receivers to his right. Drops back. He's got some time. Floats it to Johnson, who's got some room, and he's going to go. Oh, and he's down at the 1-yard line. He just has to throw it to Johnson on the edge. There's a flag, however. We'll see what the call is going to be. Okay, I believe it's holding on Kansas City, and that will back them up for 3rd down. I didn't see the hold, but 3rd and long. So it'll be 3rd and 18. And this is a Chiefs problem that we have, We have some serious depth issues on our offensive line. We did last year. But, when you're playing your 3rd string offensive lineman, that's a problem you got to deal with. 3rd and 17. I'll answer that in a second. Nussmeier in the gun, receiver to his left. He drops back. He's looking. He's got some time. Fires, and it's caught, but it's going to be majorly short. He's at about the 10-yard line, and that is Jarrett Wildly on the catch. And so 4th and about 7. Yep, 4th and 7 for Kansas City. And I'm assuming the field goal unit is coming on. Did you see the Patriots don't want to pay Gonzalez? He heard New York wants him, Giants. I don't know what to make of the Giants. I did a bunch of research for an NFC video I was going to make. And I don't know, dude. Let me see this kick. So Butker to kick. He missed a couple last week. 28 yards. Please don't miss this for the love of God. Kick is up and it is good. And so we have a tie game in Kansas City yet again. 3-3. 103 in the first. And we'll go from there. So what would they have to trade him? Because Gonzalez, he's still got a year or 2 on his deal, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like I respect players for chasing money, but also I don't know if chasing money by leaving the Patriots and going to the Giants is a good strategy for long-term success. I don't know too much about that, honestly. I'd have to look that up. I normally don't really talk about contract stuff or like pay attention to it outside of like the really big deals and Chiefs contracts. So maybe I'll look that up this week. Henderson Jr. back to receive for Seattle, Butker set to kick off here. And not that I necessarily want drives to end in field goals, but I would like to see Butker try to make some 40-yarders in this game. Kick is away, and it rolls, and it's out of bounds. And I believe that out of bounds kick will put them on the 40-yard line by the new rules. So 1st and 10, Seattle at their own 40. So kind of hopefully you don't see too much of that in the regular season from Butker, who has had his struggles. The 69-yarder last week was cool, like we talked about, but seeing the missed PAT and the missed field goals from 40 yards can't happen. I'd rather you trade the 69-yarder for those. All right, 1st and 10, Seattle from their own 40. Milroe in I formation back behind him. Takes the snap. Handoff right side, and he's got nowhere to go, and he is taken down for maybe a 1-yard gain. And this Chiefs run defense, the inside, they're just so good at standing up the line and giving him nowhere to go. Good play there by the Chiefs. No, it was definitely only a 69-yarder. I wish it was a 79-yarder. It could have been good from like 75. Like if they were farther back. That's just how much power it had. But it was only a 69-yard kick. All right, Milroe under center, motioning him into the left, back behind him. Takes the snap. He drops back, play action. He's got time, got years, firing a ball deep, overthrown. 3rd down. And that was, I don't know if the receiver just like gave up the effort there or if there was a miscommunication, but that ball was probably overthrown by 5 to 10 yards. I mean, that was a cannon. I mean, he threw that 50 yards, 60 yards there. All right, 3rd and 9 for Seattle. And here we go, just Milroe in the gun, back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Takes the snap. Chiefs sending some pressure. It's not getting home. Fires, and it's caught by White. Makes a man miss. He's at the Chiefs 45. Still on his feet as he gets to the Chiefs 40-yard line. And that is a Seahawks 1st down. The blitz pressure did not get home. I mean, Milroe's had some good read options in this game. Like, I don't know if the Chiefs have bid on them per se, and it could just be the Chiefs' coverage is not very good. They don't have a lot of depth there anymore, but yeah, I mean, these are some good throws. I don't know if that one bomb pass, it was just a miscommunication or what was going on there, but end of the 1st quarter. Is he at 100 yards? He might be. Hold on. He's at 94 yards. He's 5 for 8 for 94 yards. Now, the Chiefs defense just got to shut him down. He gets 6 yards for the rest of the game. Oh, man. Quarter number 2 in Kansas City. Oh, I got to move this football, too. I'm going to drink some water here. Stay hydrated, everyone. So, the thing that's interested me more... Oh, wait. 5 for 8, 94 yards. Come on, man. He didn't play well last week at all. That's why I thought it'd be worse. And I thought the Chiefs defense would, they've shut down the be all end all, but they've given up a lot of passing yards. Their pass rush is not really getting home in the same way as it did last week. And maybe that's a reflection of the Buccaneers more than the Chiefs defense. Who knows? Going back, we were talking a little bit about New England during the last drive. I'm more interested to see how the situation plays there. They traded away Booty not that long ago. There were times where like he was the best receiver in New England. So, we'll see what they're going to do. Let me ask you this. What do you think New England does this year? Do they regress or do they stay as good? I think they regress some. We are back from commercial break here. They're showing us Michael Bennett, Seahawks legend, who is at the game. Up in the booth with the Seahawks announcers. All right. Milrow, I formation, under center. Takes the snap. Play action. He's rolling to his left. Oh, he's running out of time. Pressure's there. He's having to scramble. Oh, and he's going to scramble for about 3 yards. They had him so far back. I get they were trying to deflect the pass, but they should have just went for this tackle. They had him. So 2nd and 7. Good scramble drill by Milrow. I don't know. They're just going to force feed AJ. But AJ's regressed too. Like, I don't think he looked that good last year in Philly. 2nd and 7. Milrow under center. I formation. Takes the snap. Hands it off left side, and he's got a little bit of room. He'll get about 3 to 4 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and short. I'll be honest, it's a little bit of a bandwagon thing. I used to be a 49ers fan when I was a lot younger, and then I took a break from the sport for a while, and then when I came back, I loved watching Mahomes play because he was so revolutionary for the game. Especially if you go back and watch some of Mahomes' earlier crazy throws. I mean, he literally makes nothing into something. 3rd and 4. Milrow in the gun, back to his right, motioning a man, so he's got 2 each side. Takes the snap. He's got some time. Fires across the middle, and it's caught by number 87, and that's a 1st down. Foster Jr. at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. But yeah, Mahomes himself changed the game in the NFL. Like, it started with Cam Newton a little bit, but Newton was a little more bruiser heavy than Mahomes is. But Mahomes, basically every team wanted a Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback. And you're just now starting to shift away from that. 1st and 10, Milrow under center. He is over 100 yards. Play action, rolling to his right. He's got no one there. Years of time. There's the flag, probably for holding. And he's brought down after a scramble for a couple yards, but I believe there was holding on the left side. So that's going to move him back. If I had to pick a second favorite quarterback though, in the National Football League, it's Josh Allen. I've said this for a long time, to like friends and family, but any year that the Chiefs are out, I'm a Bills fan all the way. Allen needs to get a ring before he retires because I don't want to see him become the next Dan Marino. 1st and 20, Seahawks. From, I think, the Chiefs' 30-yard line. Chiefs 29. Wing T formation. Running back each side. Motioning a man to the left. He's got trips left. He's got time. Oh, and he drops the screen pass? Was that behind the line of scrimmage? That could be a fumble. Wait a minute here. Was it incomplete? I don't know. It's sometimes hard to tell. They're going to say it was an incomplete pass. Damn. It was just a little swing pass, and it was to number 81 to right. And oh man, it's so hard to tell. Is that a forward pass? I think it might be. It just hits him in the hands. He doesn't even try to catch it. I don't know. It's so close. I'd accept it either way. Number 81 right. He just dropped a little screen pass. It kind of hit him in like the upper shoulder, like up here. And I think right now they're taking a second to review it, maybe. So we haven't. They were showing the replay on the broadcast. Oh no, they're gonna say it was a fumble, and it's Chiefs football. So it was a backwards pass, and it's Kansas City ball. Nussmeier under center, back behind him. All right, pitches to the outside to Brashard Smith. He's got a little bit of room, cuts it up inside, and he picks up like 10 yards there. Maybe it was less than. Maybe no, it was about 7 or 8 yards. And so it's Kansas City ball. Yeah, that was a crazy play. I mean, he literally like if Wright would have snagged that ball, he probably had the room to go 10 or 12 yards there, but he just bounced off his shoulder and Chiefs dove on it. I think Wright gets the best acting though for his fall afterwards. 2nd and 2, Nussmeier under center, handoff to Smith. He's got some room, cuts inside, and he's across the 50-yard line to the Seahawks 49-yard line. That's a first down, Kansas City. And they are driving here 12:02, 12:01, 12, 11:59, 58, 57. And so 1st and 10, Kansas City. Each team now having a turnover. Yeah, I didn't know what to make of the Nussmeier pick, but I'm excited for him. Under center, play action. He's rolling, fires it. It's caught by 49, and he hurdles him. Oh my! That might have only been 5 yards, but was that Armstrong? Did he just hurdle that guy? Number 49. Oh no, it was one of the. No, it was Watson. One of the depth pieces for tight end. He just straight up hurdled him. Wow. 2nd and 5, Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. Handoff up the middle to Brashard, and he's still going. Maybe got 3 yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 2. What you hope for Nussmeier in Kansas City is that he gets some experience under Mahomes, gets to play backup for a couple years, and then the Chiefs are able to trade him for some capital in the future. You spent a 7th round pick on him. You'd hope you could get like a 2nd or 3rd round pick in the future. 3rd and 2, Kansas City. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. Handoff to Smith, and he gets the first down and a little bit more. Maybe he didn't get it. Oh no, they're saying he got it. Okay. First down. Didn't get much more than the first, but. And you're kind of noticing right now, like, the difference between Smith and Johnson is Johnson was basically averaging about 10 yards a run, where you got Smith in here, who he's had some good runs, but they're definitely not as explosive. And it's one of the big things to watch here in Kansas City is who's going to be RB2 for them. I'd like to see more Johnson this game. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. Play action. He screen pass, throws it, it's caught. And he's still going. First down and a whole lot more. He's going to be down near the Seahawks 21-yard line. I don't know who number 12 is. I feel like it's a depth piece that I'm not aware of. Oh no, it's Jared Wiley. Okay, so tight end screen. So nice little screen there to him. And so 1st and 10, Kansas City. And they're driving now. Showing Big Red on the screen. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. I believe the back is DeMarcado. Play action. Fires. Did he catch that? Wow. And that's Armstrong. He makes a diving catch. The ball wasn't particularly placed super well. Maybe it was intentional, but and that's going to be about an 8-yard gain, 2nd and maybe 2. Yeah, he just has to lay out for it. Great hands. Oh, wait a minute. That ball might have, I don't know if they're going to run another play. That ball might have hit the ground. Either way, 2nd and 3. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. Drops back. Play action handoff up the middle, and they get right about the 1st-yard line there. That's Brashard Smith. They might call it shy. I think he was shy there. I think it's going to be about 3rd and inches. Yeah, I think if the Seahawks had a chance to review that, I think that catch by Armstrong's overturned. When he hit the ground, it like bobbled in it out of his arms. Yep, so 3rd and 1. For Kansas City. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, motioning Armstrong right. Motioning him back left. Takes the snap. Play action. Oh, and Armstrong makes the catch, but he gets the 1st down, but that's about it. I watch it through YouTube TV, so obviously, like, I could have, if I had normal cable, I could have watched this game, but this allows me to watch all the Chiefs games for the whole season. This plus Amazon Prime and Sunday Ticket. So, 1st and goal, Kansas City, the first team in the red zone, not in the red zone, but at the goal to go. Nussmeier in the gun, handoff to Smith. He gets some yards, maybe got 3 yards there. And now it's feeling like we're, playing last season again. God, I know. I actually almost had to buy a bunch of other stuff too, but luckily YouTube TV is, I mean, if you just want to watch sports, it's not too badly priced for being able to watch the games. I mean, we'll see how it goes in the regular season. I want to try a whole season before I say that fully. Nussmeier in the gun, Smith to his left, 2 out wide right. Takes the snap. He's got some time. He's looking, running out of time, fires, overthrown. It's like so there's 2 versions of it. There's one where like you can get more than just like sports games, and that's like $70 a month. And then there's another version that I have, which is just like all the, main sports channels or whatever. And that one's like $55. I think I'll have to get ESPN at some point though to watch Monday Night Football, but we'll see. 3rd and goal, Kansas City, 6:18 and a half. And what's going on? Did we take a timeout here? I think someone took a timeout. I'm not sure who. Yep, Kansas City timeout. Yeah, actually, funny thing. So when I decided to do this, I was just going to use one of my parents' Prime to watch Thursday night, but then they got rid of it. So now I have to pay for Amazon Prime. So that's unfortunate, especially because I think the Chiefs only have one Thursday game. But who knows? Maybe there'll be games I'm excited enough to stream that aren't Chiefs games, Just kind of watch them and hang out. Nussmeier in the gun, 3rd and goal. From the Chiefs' 6-yard line, back to his right. Takes the snap. He fires. Oh, and it's broken up. Pass intended for Armstrong. That was good defense there by Seattle. And that's 4th and goal. And so Butker is going to come out and try on under 30-yarder again. Let's see where this ball placement is. So he fires it. It was number 28. I can't read the name, but that was a good pass breakup for him. So Butker to try from 24. He made a 28-yarder already in this game. Kick is up, and it's good. I am going to the game on the 25th. Yes, I'm very excited. That'll be the only game I don't stream. Yeah, picture number 28. So 6-3. Kansas City leads 6-12 in the 2nd quarter. And with that, I'm actually going to be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm really excited to go to that game. I've actually, I've lived up here forever, and I've never been. I've been to a couple Chiefs games, but they were in Vegas, so I'll be excited to go to this one in Seattle. But dude, you want to talk about the, the games being expensive, to watch? Sheesh. It was a small fortune to go to that go to this game in October, which is crazy because like the games right like this game that we're streaming right now, you could buy tickets for like $17, but then you want to go to like a regular season game in October, it's like 400. Oh, pretty crazy pricing there. So which didn't the Seahawks have a wide receiver get hurt for the season, like Jake Bobo? Or is he a tight end? Like I said, I don't know that much about Seattle. I really only pay attention to like AFC opponents for Kansas City. All right, we're coming back from commercial. 6-12 in the second corner. Chiefs lead 6-3. Kick is away by Butker. And it's caught, and he's running it forward. Number 87. It gets to the 30, and he's brought down right there. And so the Seahawks will start at the Kansas City 30-yard line. And once again, we're with JSN again? Is that who this is? Oh no, Ernest Jones. Part of that dark side defense last year. Very good. First and 10. Milrow in the gun, back to his left. Motioning a man left. Play action. He's got some time. He's looking, fires. Caught up the middle by number 89. And that's enough for a Seahawks first down. So that'll get them to the Kansas City, about the 42-yard line of Kansas City. He just had all day back there. There was no pass rush there whatsoever. Ernest Jones, the only NFL player with 100-plus tackles and 5 INTs. Milrow under center, back behind him in I formation. From the 42-yard line, takes the snap. Play action, no, hands it off up the middle, and that run defense is going to stop him. He maybe got 2 yards. And that's a good stop there for Seattle. 5, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I'll bring up like 2nd and 7, I think, or 2nd and 8. Been very impressed with the Chiefs' run defense. Not that it was bad last year, but it's still really good, even at depth. 2nd and 8. Milrow in the gun, back to his right. Motioning a man left, so he's got 2 receivers each side. Takes the snap. They bring extra pressure, fires. Incomplete. And I believe they're going to call PI on Kansas City. First down at the spot of the foul. Arroyo. Yep. I don't know who it was on. I didn't see who they're going to call it on. Pass interference. Dang. Oh. I'll have to check after. I don't know who that was on, per se. But. Oh, they're going to call it on Chris Roland Wallace there, number 30. He's going to draw the flag, and that's a 1st and 10. They're in Kansas City territory now. 119 penalties for Kansas City last season, 7th most. And most of those were on the offensive line, if I'm being honest. 1st and 10. Milrow, I formation. 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Motioning a man now. Takes a snap. Play action. He's got a little bit of time closing. And he's hit and fumbled. And I believe Seattle recovered it. There is a flag. That was R. Mason Thomas. He just comes behind him and chops the ball out. And that's what you like to see from your rookie. Good rep by him no matter what this call is going to be. Actually, I'm going to listen to this one. Looks like they're signaling it's on Seattle. Oh, 2 on the offense. So the Chiefs declined both penalties. It was illegal illegal use of hands and holding on the Seahawks offensive line. Yeah, this was just a great rep by R. Mason. He just uses that speed rushing he was known for in college, and he gets right past his guy. Hardly any resistance there. So that's going to bring us to second down. Milroe in the gun back to his left. Takes the snap. I don't think he was ready for it. Has to hand it off. And he's going to get some yards there. I think that's going to bring them back third down. Good little run. I don't know if that was a play design, but Milroe did not look ready for that snap. Not sure where they're at here. The way they film these games really sucks compared to regular season games. So they are really far back after that. It's 3rd and 17, even after the run. That's pretty crazy because he gained like 7 yards there. I didn't realize they were that far back on second down. 3rd and 17, Milroe in the gun, back to his right, 3 out left. Looking, he's got some time. He's running out of time. He's having to scramble, being chased by number 91, and he steps out of bounds. Picked up maybe 6 or 7 yards, something like that. But that's going to bring up 4th down. And I believe that's going to be a punt for Seattle. Yeah, he had guys in the short, but they just didn't have anyone deep to go to. So that is unfortunate for them. And so 4th and 10. Dixon back to punt for Seattle. Takes a snap. And punt is away. And Remigio's going to let it bounce out of bounds. And so great punt there. I think with punts it doesn't move. So I think that's going to be at right about the 5-yard line. Good punt. 2:59 in the second. Chiefs lead 6-3. We do need to remember that the Seahawks get the kick at the start of the second half. So hopefully the Chiefs can get some more points here before we go to halftime. And I know Smith's been running well, but I'd love to see some more. Emmett Johnson runs. What I really hope from this is, these 2 running backs have been great this whole game. I hope that DeMarcado doesn't actually become running back 2. Especially over Johnson. Johnson is such a dynamic running back. Something we haven't had really since like Pacheco's first 2 years in the league. So, and even then, I don't know if I'd say they're the same. I think Johnson might be more dynamic than Pacheco was then. So, on commercial break here. And let's go ahead real quick. Let me make sure we're on. I think we can go ahead and take a commercial break look. A little bit of the box score for this game. 118 yards for Milroe, 7 for 10. Nussmeier, 10 for 16, 96 yards in that pick. Rushing leaders for Seattle is actually Milroe with only 12 yards. Real sign. Emmett Johnson leads the running back room for Kansas City with 39. You got White, 69 yards for Seattle in 3 receptions, which is crazy. Armstrong, 30 yards, 3 receptions for him. R. Thomas has the only sack of this game, 1 for him. So got some total yards down here. 164 for Kansas City, 129 for Seattle. Each have a turnover. Kansas City 10 first downs, Seahawks only 6. Chiefs 3 penalties for 23 yards, Seattle 4 for 26, 3 for 6 for third down, 2 for 5. Chiefs are 0-2 in the red zone. That is disgusting. Gives me flashbacks to last year, basically, where actually not just last year, but the year before, where the Chiefs could not get it done in the red zone. Drives me nuts. Either way, 259. And we Chiefs ball. All right, 1st and 10. Nussmeier under center. He's going to hand it off to Smith, who makes a little move and doesn't lose yards, but I think he gains maybe 1. 2nd and 9. I'm just saying, watching something like that, if that was Pacheco or Kareem Hunt, they're getting fucking buried in the backfield there. So, yeah, he makes the first man miss, and then he's able to drive a little bit, but like I said, maybe got a yard. Was that DeMarcado? I thought that was Smith. That might have been DeMarcado there. 1st and 10, Nussmeier in the gun. Handoff. Oh, and he's got room. And that was a nice run there. That might have been enough for the first down. That was DeMarcado. Both those runs were. And so DeMarcado, I think, picked up the first down. I'll have to double check that. No, he didn't. He's 1 yard short. So 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute warning in Kansas City. And so with that, Kansas City leads 6-3. And you just hope that they can get this and maybe try, they got 2 timeouts left. Maybe they can get something done here before the end of the half. So I guess let's just go back to what we were talking about over here. Dude, yeah, but that 0-2 in the red zone, man, that is painful. If anyone is curious, Smith did return to the game in the last series, so turns out he was all right. So good for him. But yeah, so like I said, Chiefs are doing what they need to do. I just wish this offense looked a little better. And it's really unfortunate because once again, you're in a situation where the Chiefs offense didn't score a single touchdown in the first half this whole preseason. And you'd hope that that's something that you could fix and make better for the future. But it is what it is. You're still here. You're winning this game, so that's a sign. You just hope you get a few more points before the second half. Let's go back over here. And so while we're on a commercial break, I'd just like to, really, really like to shout out. I want to go back and maybe try to watch some of Armstrong's passes that he's had targets, because I'd like to see which of those are more on him or more on Nussmeier. Johnson looked great. Smith has looked great. It's a really good sign for our running back room. The offensive line hasn't looked too bad. Good run blocking. Nussmeier hasn't been under too much pressure in this game. But yeah, so we are coming back from commercial here. Defensively, our Mason Thomas has looked really good this game. I know he had the PI, but Roland Wallace also had a big pass breakup earlier. So 3rd and 1, Kansas City. Here we go. This is a trend or a momentum setting 3rd and 1 right here. And they desperately need to convert this one. 3rd and 1. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap. Hands it off to DeMarcado, who picks up the first down. He got like exactly 1. And so 1st and 10, 144 left to go. And let's see if they go into some hurry up here. 140, 39, 38, 37, 36, still counting it down. All right. 1st and 10, 127, 26, 25. Snap, play action, and it's going to probably be a false start on Kansas City. Yep, false start. And so that's going to back him up 5 yards. So replay 1st down. I don't like how the graphic they use for this, they don't tell you who the false start is on. That'd be very nice to know. I suppose when I go to research after this game, I will take a look at that. But 1st and 15, Kansas City, running it back. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. Handoff, DeMarcado, who gets to about the 18-yard line. Maybe. That's going to bring up 2nd down. I think they're going to mark him down at the 17. And clock is stopped, so I'm guessing Kansas City took a timeout there. They didn't say who took the timeout, but I'm going to assume it was Kansas City. I don't know why Seattle would take a timeout there, unless they're trying to get the ball back. I don't know. We'll figure it out after this commercial break, because they went to commercial. Man, maybe I haven't watched a preseason game in a while, but dude, the people who run these and the graphic stuff, they need to get better at it for sure. They're struggling. They're missing like half of plays. They're not really they don't show numbers for penalties. They don't there's so many things they don't show or partially miss that it's hard to like follow sometimes. I mean, I get that the outcome of the game's not serious, but you could at least, just treat it like any other game. And so, yeah, so, it been an alright first half. Sorry about that. All right, so while we're here, if anyone's still left in chat, what do you guys got going to the Super Bowl? Any of the favorites? Any underdogs? Surprise picks? Personally, I actually really like the Broncos odds. I also really like in the NFC. I would say the Rams, but I'm just not sold on the idea of like a super team. They're kind of old, they're kind of injury prone. We'll have to see how that goes from there. But all right, so we are back from commercial. 122. And Trayvon Diggs is who they're showing. He had that pick earlier in this one. Good play by him. He is not on the field right now. So second and 9. It was a Seahawk timeout, actually. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. He's going to take the snap. Got pressure coming. He fires. I don't even know where he was aiming with that one, but it was incomplete. I mean, I could tell he was trying to aim to. I know which receiver he was aiming to, but it wasn't a very good throw. I'll be honest. Could have been a lot better. So 3rd and 9. With the incomplete pass, Seattle does not need to use a timeout here. Whenever they're looking at Diggs, I just think of that clip of like Sherman during the Super Bowl that they lost. Nussmeier in the gun back to his right. Handoff up the middle. Oh, he's got a huge lane. First down, and that's DeMarcado. He picked up exactly 9. Nice run there by Kansas City. Clock is ticking now. 1:05 to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Nice run by him. You know, he is such an interesting person on this roster because you kind of wonder if he's actually going to make the 53-man roster, because I don't know if you want to bring 4 running backs. So who's going to be the odd man out? I mean, I guess they could if they just use Smith as a returner, but still pretty weird to me. And the clock is stopped, so I'm guessing someone took a timeout. I'm not sure who did, but I would think Kansas City did. Could be wrong, but like I said, they still haven't shown. Oh, maybe they were reviewing if it was a first down. I think they just signaled for the chains to move. I think that's what's going on. So they confirmed it with the virtual measurement. It was a first down. So very nice for that. So 51 seconds left in the first half. Kansas City. They're moving the chains. They're not quite in field goal range yet. They need about 30 to 40 more yards for that. So gonna need some big plays here from them. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, I was trying to see, because did they back it up? Like, what's going on here? Oh no, okay, it's a first down. It took forever, man. I thought the virtual review was supposed to make it faster than bringing the chains on the fucking field. All right. 1st and 10. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right, 3 out right. Takes the snap. He's got some time. He fires. Caught. Number 88, first down. And there's a flag that flew in late. That was Brittingstool who caught that, but let's see what this flag is. Oh, and it's on Kansas City, I believe. Pass interference on the offense. Yeah. Oh, that's all right. So catch doesn't stand. It's coming back. He's going to get the offensive pass interference on Brittingstool. And that is unfortunate, you know, as he made a big catch there. They haven't really shown us it, but maybe a little too much shoving off for that one. But either way, it's long now. 1st and 20. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap. Hands it off, and he got about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 15, maybe 14. That was DeMarcado. And I think maybe that's signaling that the Chiefs are just going to run this out, which is really unfortunate for them. They could have used a few more points in this one, but and it'll be Seattle who will take a timeout there, trying to get the ball back before the half. So they go down to 1 timeout left. 2nd and 15 for Kansas City here. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, 2 receivers each side. Now motioning Brittingstool in. He's still on the left side. He'll take the snap. He's got a little bit of time. He's looking. He's rolling to his left now. Rolling. He's going to scramble. He picks up a yard. I'd love to see that one from the sky view because nobody was open there. He had forever back there. But either way, 3rd and 14. Clock is stopped, so no timeouts needed here. Good defense here by Seattle. And Nussmeier in the gun, 2 receivers each side, back to his left. He's going to take the snap. Pressure coming. Floats it, DeMarcado. Oh, he's got room. Huge lane for him. All the way to the Kansas City first down, actually. But he's down around the 42-yard line. 15 seconds left. Did we get a timeout call by Kansas City? At this point, I think you just try to get in field goal range. So let's see what they decide to do here. I don't know. They still haven't shown us. Oh, yeah. So Kansas City timeout. And so 14 seconds left in the first half. Chiefs, great play by little running back dump off there. Went for right around 20 yards. And so here we go. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Nussmeier in the gun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. He's looking. He's scrambling now. Fires. Did he catch that? They're saying he caught that. Wow. Caught and out of bounds, and that's Armstrong. What a catch by him. Let me see this again. So he throws it on the run, misses the deflect. Oh my, he might be out of bounds. I don't know. We'll have to see what they say. His knee might have been on the line. Either way, what a crazy effort by Armstrong here. 6 seconds left in the first half. 1st and 10, Nussmeier. And Mahomes is calling him over. And I think that's the Chiefs' timeout. Oh no, it was Seattle's last timeout. And so 6 seconds left in the first half. Chiefs are on basically the 49 or 48-yard line of Seattle after that catch by Armstrong. For me, so far, that's the play of the game. I mean, that's a crazy catch by Armstrong there on the sideline to stop the clock. I mean, he basically went down to a knee for it. What a play. All right. From the 48, Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. 2 receivers each side. He's going to take the snap. He's looking, and he's just going to throw it away. And so now you got Butker coming on, and he's going to try what is at least a 60-something yarder. They're from the 48, so 58. I think they're checking if it's grounding. Oh, they're going to call it intentional grounding. And yep. And that's going to end the first half. There will be no Butker kick. That was pretty bad grounding. Seahawks get the ball at the start of the second half. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know why he was throwing there. Maybe his guy ran the wrong route. I'm not sure. Maybe Nussmeier thought he had more leeway there. Either way, so we are going into halftime. 6-3 at the half. Let's reset that. So, I mean, that was a good drive for Kansas City, but that Armstrong catch was pretty insane. So through the first half, let's just go ahead while we're on halftime. Let's go ahead, go over here. Kind of take a look here. So you got Milroe, 7 for 10 for 118 yards. Very good play by him. Milroe is still the leading rusher for Seattle with only 12 yards. So hopefully, that stays that way as a Chiefs fan. White still leads the room for them with 69 yards, 3 receptions. And meanwhile, on the Chiefs side, 126 yards, 12 for 20 with 1 INT for Nussmeier. Johnson still leads the room with 7 carries for 39 yards. Armstrong now leads the room after that last catch, or he led it before, but 45 yards, 4 receptions. So good game from him. Potentially saving his spot on the 53-man roster with this game. Only sack of the game still belongs to R. Mason Thomas. So as we go down here looking at team stats, Chiefs have outgained the Seahawks by almost 100 yards. They have they have 8 more first downs. They do have more penalties now, 6 for 48. And that's what you didn't want to see from them. They struggled with it last year. And I get this is backups, but we'll see how that happens from there. Way too many penalties. Of course, one of them is the grounding. So really, it's basically 5. Third down, they're 6 for 9. And they still haven't scored in the red zone. They're leading time of possession. So Seahawks get the ball to start the second half. So see what they can do there when they come out. But either way, this is one of those games that it feels like the Chiefs should be up by more than 3 points. They've had several lucky breaks. They had the fumble. They had the other bit of stuff. Oh, hold on. I gotta fix this camera. Come back this way. Where's the stream at? Let's go back to here. Come back this way and stop. There we go. All right. Who's stronger? Dylan. That's the easiest question in the world. That guy works on computers all day. Are we going to see a touchdown? Yes. It will be from Milroe, though. The Chiefs have not scored a touchdown in the first half all preseason. And on top of that, they have only scored 1 touchdown in this preseason. So I don't think you're going to see too much scoring there. They're just kind of showing the highlights of the first half. The pick by Diggs, great play by him. There was that other pass breakup by Prickett, showing some of the runs early on. Yeah. We've actually gotten as a Chiefs fan, we've gotten a pretty good sample size of all 3 running backs that are in contention for number 2, 3, and 4. And of them, I would say Johnson's 2, and I would say Brashard Smith is 3, and DeMarcado is 4. And that's unfortunate because you kind of... who will win the game? Someone asked me this beforehand, and I said Seattle. And I know they both lost both their preseason games, but Kansas City has lost their last 8 preseason games. And if you think about that, that means they haven't won a preseason game in the last 3 seasons. And I don't think Andy Reid coaches these games to win. I feel like he coaches them to test what players can do. There are other teams who, winning some of these games might be like the highlight of their seasons, right? And their players' performance. But at least for Kansas City fans, we're hopeful that we're going to go to something more. Like, we're completing for a playoff spot. We have Mahomes. Every year is a playoff run for us until we're out. So I would think the Seahawks win this. Especially, there's still been a decent amount of the Chiefs starters in, or like second string guys. As we rotate out some of our defensive guys, I think you're going to see Milroe's already been going pretty crazy. I think he's going to go even more crazy at this point. Like, I bet he could end the game with like 250 passing yards and a couple TDs. But I will say, in terms of your guys' run game, for a team whose entire identity last season was built around running the football, you guys are not doing so hot tonight on that. And I don't know if that's the running backs or the backup offensive line or what, but either way, Seattle is basically pulling the Patrick Mahomes of last year, where Mahomes was the leading rusher for like 8 of our games. That's you guys right now with Milroe. And I think he's scrambled like 3 times. Let me confirm that real quick. No, he scrambled 4 times for 12 yards, and he's the leading rusher. Let me see if I can find team stats. Here we go. Or do I have to look at... Oh, here we go. Okay, so rushes for Seattle. So Milroe has 4 carries for 12 yards, and Wright has 7 carries for 10 yards. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, for Kansas City, Emmett Johnson has 7 carries for 39 yards. DeMarcado has 8 carries for 37 yards. And Smith has 5 carries for 24 yards. So Chiefs already have 100 yards rushing. We only did that once all of the last regular season. So, I'm all for pounding the rock. If I don't have to watch Mahomes, have to fucking run for his life or have to play superhero every game, that would be appreciated. Save that for the playoffs. I'm really been impressed by Armstrong this game. I don't know if you were here for it, Fano, but on that last drive right before the end of the half, Armstrong had basically another like diving catch. The Seahawks DB just basically missed it in coverage, but still an amazing catch by him. And Kansas City fans have been wondering who's gonna be the last wide receiver on the roster, and I definitely think it's Armstrong. If it goes to anybody else, I'm gonna be upset. Especially because he's such a tall guy. Like all of our wideouts aren't that tall and they're not that bulky, but Armstrong's like 210 and 6'3". So, yeah. Yep. Christian Fulton with the only pass defended for Kansas City. R. Mason Thomas has 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, so he's playing pretty well. Delane had that tackle for a loss earlier, so that's good to see. I'd have to look. I'd be curious to see how Mansour Delane, if he's given up any passes in this one. I'm sure I'll be able to check that out after, but as Kansas City fans, we're very worried about our secondary, and we're kind of expecting him to be able to start right out of the gate. We do need to get our run game. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like for a team that like prides themselves on the run game, I'm kind of surprised. I honestly thought you guys would run all over us, but I think it's yes, that's my intention, is to be live every game. The only exception to that is obviously I work another job, and so there are certain games, especially the first half of the season, where I won't be here to stream the game, like especially the morning games. Like, well, let's look at this. I'll pull up the Chiefs schedule real quick. So if we take a look at this, this game versus the Dolphins, I probably won't be able to stream this one. I maybe could catch the back half of it. These 125 games will be probably like late starts for me, but definitely the first 2 games, these 5 p.m. starts, I will be live for those. But then anything after like November, I should be good to stream those games, especially in the later half of the season. So exciting times. Let me get out of this. Back into the stream. So maybe there'll be like 2 streams I miss, but the goal is I do want to stream all the Chiefs games. And in the postseason, if the Chiefs aren't there, I might stream a game or 2 that interests me. Like if the Bills are in the postseason, I might stream one of their games. Obviously, if the Chiefs are in the postseason, I'm streaming those, but we'll see. And then, yeah, the plan is a video a week. I'd like to get, before the regular season, I'd like to get 2 or 3 games or 2 or 3 videos out. But we are back in this one. Actually, I'll just do it like this. So they're just showing. So the Seahawks have 22 total rushing yards in this game. I know I didn't say the number out like that earlier. Yeah, sure. Why not? If the Seahawks make it, You can coordinate it with me. We can do a stream together. Well, that would be a little difficult in my current setup because there isn't really a lot of room for your stuff, because like the door is like right here. Like, I can reach the door from where I'm at. Maybe we could get a chair like right here, but so showing Mike McDonald for the Seahawks, 17-3 last season, most wins in a single season in Seahawk franchise history. One of my favorite Seahawks stats, and I think it's the one that's talked about the least, it's about your guys' GM. He is the only GM in history to win 2 Super Bowls with 2 different starting quarterbacks and 2 different head coaches. A guy that is proven to be able to rebuild a roster into a Super Bowl winning roster. Yep. My favorite stat, and I would argue maybe the only better GM in the league is Howie Roseman. That man just finds ways to make magic with the Eagles, but I don't know how long Howie Roseman's been in Philly. I'd have to check that out, but in terms of like just the ability to rebuild a team and over long term, it has to go to Schneider. So we should be just about back into the third quarter here. Remember that the Seahawks are receiving this opening kick, and so get to see some more of Milroe. God. Well, can we really... True, Sirianni kills talent, but also the Eagles' offense last year was atrocious from their offensive coordinator. I don't even remember who it was, but what was the joke? It's run, play action, pass on third down. I mean, that's how you could predict their offense. I mean, them getting beat by the 49ers in the playoffs was truly something else, especially once you saw how bad the Seahawks beat the 49ers the next week. Like, so Bud Crew set to kick, starting the third quarter. Kicks it deep, and it's being fielded from the 9. He's at the 20. Bouncing inside, he's around the 33-yard line. And here we go. Oh, there is a flag on the return, however, so I'm going to guess it's on the Seahawks. Yep. So we got a holding call on the Seahawks, number 89. That's a 10-yard penalty. That's going to push him back to about the 23-yard line. And so that is where they're going to start. Dude, I remember that game, I went to watch it with my mom at like Applebee's, right? Because I didn't have the games then. And I remember watching the opening kick and like the whole restaurant was going nuts. It was a crazy experience. Milroe in the gun, back to his right. Play action. He's got some time. He has years, literal years. Now he's scrambling up the middle. He's scrambling to the outside. And if he would have kept going, I think he would have gotten more yards there. But he tries to cut it outside, and Milroe gets like 2 yards. Dude, I think if he just would have ran up the middle, I think he would have gotten 10. He gets 3 is what they're going to say. But yeah, dude, Milroe had like 5 years back there. That was some crazy. That was crazy. 2nd and 7, Milroe. Under center, back behind him. Motioning a man to his left. They're now in I formation. Takes the snap. Hand off to the outside. Blown up. Who is that? Number 68 for Kansas City. I mean, he just lost like 4 yards. It wasn't Peter Woods. It was one of the depth guys. I mean, he just blitzed in and blew up the play. I mean, he was 5 yards deep before the running back even got the ball. And number 60 for Seattle just had a terrible block there. I mean, and so after being backed up, it's going to be 3rd and 10. Milroe in the gun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. He's got time. Blitz pressure coming. He's having to throw it away, and he just throws it away. That could have even been grounding. Let's see if they call that. I mean, there wasn't a maybe they're going to say the receiver was there, but that was a horrible throw. Either way, 4th and 10. Great defense coming out by Kansas City. So it went scramble for 3 yards, blown up in the backfield, and incomplete pass. So the punt is now away by Dickens. Back deep to return it, and he's going to start his return at the 23-yard line. He's looking to make a move. Remigio bounces in. He's bouncing to the outside. He's going to be down around the 34-yard line of Kansas City. He started his return at the 22. And so 13-17 to start to left in the third. Chiefs drive. Now they're talking about all the Seahawks players and all the kids and marriages that they've had. Good for all of them. Oh. What do you think of the, just so I can gauge it, Fano, if you're still here, what do you think of the 49ers this year for you guys? Nussmeier under center, single backward set, takes the handoff, DiMarcado. He's got a huge lane. He picks up 13 or 14 yards right up the middle. Oh, no, that was Smith, actually. So Brashard Smith is back in. So he picks up like 14 yards, and that's a first down. So good job for him. We'll see how that keeps going here. So 1st and 10 from the Kansas City 46-yard line. Takes the snap. Pitch outside to Smith, and he shakes the tackle, and Smith turns what would have been a 3 or 4 yard loss into about a 3 or 4 yard gain. It was a sweep to the outside. It was blown up. The guy was there to make the tackle, and Smith just shakes him off and keeps going around the outside. It's going to be like 2nd and 6. Oh, no, he got even more. I thought he stepped out of bounds. They're going to say it's 2nd and 4, that he got about 6 yards there. And this is what I was talking about. Like, when you watch Smith and Johnson, they're so dynamic. Takes the snap. Nussmeier fires. Oh! So he fired. It was a tipped pass, and it almost was picked. Luckily, it hit the ground. Fuller Jr. just couldn't pick it off. 3rd and 4, Kansas City. Yeah, it was a high pass. Nussmeier, I think he saw it too late, put a little too much heat on it. In and out of the hands of number 13 for Kansas City. 3rd and 4, Chiefs. Can they convert it? Nussmeier alone in the gun, motioning Smith back. Now he's got a man to his right. 2 each side. Takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking. Oh, false start on Kansas City. Going back 5 yards, 3rd and 9. I didn't see the flag at first because it was from the far official, but false start, Kansas City, 3rd and 9. And that's just unfortunate for them. That'll be their 7th penalty in this one. And when you brought back the enemy, you hoped that these penalties would go down. And maybe it's just because it's the 3rd string guys, but hopefully this is something that sticks with just the preseason guys. Nussmeier in the gun, Smith to his left. 3 receivers left. He's looking, takes a snap. Blitz coming. Nussmeier rolling, fires, and that is caught, and that's a first down to Allen. Cyrus Allen, I don't know, that might be his first catch this game. So that's a big time catch for him and a Chiefs first down. Yeah, that was good. It's so weird to me. Like, Nussmeier seems to be able to do the normal QB stuff, like stand in the pocket stuff. He seems to struggle with that. But like when he throws those passes on the run, like Mahomes, when he does like the sidearm throws and stuff, off balance throws, he nails it. Nussmeier in the gun, 1 back behind him, hands it off. Oh, and Smith, I think that was Brashard Smith. I think he just fell on his own. He had a huge lane. He could have ran for 10 yards. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what they're going to call. I'll be interested to see what they call here, but literally just fell. Okay. Okay, they were going to say it was a foul for low block, but they're saying no foul on the play, so Smith picked up like 2 yards. So be like 2nd and 8. Yeah, I mean he could have ran for a bajillion yards there. He had a huge lane. 2nd and 8. 11, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Nussmeier under center, motioning a man to the right, single back behind him. Handoff, Smith. Oh, and he's blown up at the line. Maybe got back to the line. Might have lost a yard there. 3rd and 9. So here we go. 3rd down, Kansas City. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. And Seattle is going to take a timeout here. And so 2 timeouts left for them in this half. And 3rd and 9. Kansas City when we come back from this commercial break. Um, yeah, so like I was talking about though, like it's kind of crazy to me. Watching, I haven't seen too much of Nussmeier. I've only seen some of his like highlights, but watching this game, some of his throws, like when he's in a normal, like safe situation, are sometimes pretty off. And I don't know if that's just like a miscommunication between like receiver and quarterback or what, but he seems to do the non normal stuff like the Mahomes scrambling and the off script throws really well. And maybe that's why Armstrong is thriving so well. Because I mean, I don't know if there's some chemistry between these two, but like Armstrong seems to be able to like be in the right place at the right time to make some of these catches that are needed. So good looks from him. Nussmeier's got some ways to go, but he's looked all right in this game. He's had some good throws. The interception earlier was pretty bad. I would like to know what was going on with that. So let's think about this for a second. So we started the game. They've been working in all three, but we started the game with Emmett Johnson, and then we rotated into Brashard Smith, and then we rotated into DeMarcano, and that was all in the first half. And then now we in the second half we started with Smith, and he's who's been out there right now running these last couple. So I don't know if that's any indication of how the Chiefs feel about their second running back, but of the runs I've seen, I mean Brashard is a little better about the outside runs, but I think Johnson's just better at pounding the rock. So we're coming back, third quarter. 10:35 left for Kansas City, 3rd and 9. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. He takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking. He's got time. He's scrambling outside. He's rolling, throws it away. And so the question is, the ball's on about the Seahawks 40-yard line. Are you going to send out Butker? 4th and 9. Yeah, just nobody was open. He bought time. He had time. He scrambled, bought even more time. Nobody was there. And so Butker set to come out here. This is going to be a long field goal. Takes it, kicks is on its way. No good. Wide right. 50 something yarder, I think, there. Almost 60. No good. And this is what you were worried about. Last week, his two misses were wide right, and there's another one. And you hope that this isn't something that keeps recurring in the regular season. I mean, the kick had the distance, but definitely not the aim. So. Oh. Okay. So with that, it's going to be the Seahawks ball at the Seahawks 48-yard line when we come back. I didn't even move the football last time, but that's okay because it's still their ball. So, Chiefs offense still sputtering just like it has all preseason. And this is why if every prediction I had about like the games, the minute if Mahomes somehow re-injures himself this season, I think that all those predictions go out the window because you're going to see this type of offense. I don't think Fields is any better than Nussmeier, and Oladokin is probably the most inconsistent of all the quarterbacks. So good defense there by Seattle, and they're coming back. Now you just hope that we get some more of that defense that we saw, you know, earlier on in this half or at the beginning of this half. See, scores around the league. So with 2 minutes left in Houston, the Texans are losing to the Panthers 13-16. Giants are beating the Jets 16-6. Jags are beating the Bucks 11-0. Bengals are up on the Eagles 16-6. New England or New Orleans is beating Dallas 24-9, and Cardinals are losing to the Packers 23-24, and the Broncos are beating the Vikings 10-3. So Falcons are beating the Dolphins 17-12. All right, 1st and 10, Seahawks. From the 48, Milrow under center, back behind him. Here we go. Takes the snap. Play action. He's rolling to his left. Wide open. Number 86 in the check down. He's going to pick up about 8 yards there. So 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1 maybe. Maybe might have been 9. And that was White the third for Seattle. And so 2nd and 1 here. So 2nd and 1, Milrow under center, motioning a man right, single back behind him. Takes the snap. Play action. He's got time pressure bearing down on him. Makes the check down. And he's got some room, lots of room. He's going to run all the way to the Chiefs' 31-yard line. That's a Seahawk first down. So they're doing this weird thing where they're interviewing a starter for the Seahawks. So it's kind of hard to tell some of these plays. Good run there by Seattle. Ball at the Chiefs' 33-yard line. Milrow in the gun, back to his left on 1st and 10, motioning a man right, takes the snap. It's a pitch to that side. He's got some room, there's a flag there. We don't see what the flag is, but nice little run there. They've got about 2 or 3 yards to the outside. Good defense there. And it's gonna be on the offense. I think it's a hold there on the blocker on the edge, and so that's gonna push him back 10 yards. Second and 20 or 1st and 20. So, see what they can do with that. So we're still here chilling with the interviewer interviewing Reed. First and 17, Milrow in the gun. Play action. He's looking. He's looking. He got time. Fires. Caught near the Chiefs' 30-yard line. Second down and about 7. Nice pass there. Wide open. For whatever formation, it seems the Chiefs are not guarding the flats and the little out routes very well from the running backs and tight ends of Seattle. They're just getting free yards. Second and 7. 8, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Milrow under center. He's got 2 receivers to his right, motioning 1, single back behind him. Takes the snap, hands it off. It's going to the right, and he's got some room. And he broke through that. I didn't even see him. Wow. He might have. I thought he got a yard there, but he might have gotten like 5 or 6. I think it's 3rd and 1. That was a good run. I thought he was down. And so here we go here. 3rd and 1 for Seattle. Let's see what they can do here. So Milrow under center, 3rd and 1, single back formation, 2 receivers each side. And I think they got a false start on Seattle, and that's going to push them back. It's 3rd and 6. Yep, false start on the Seahawks. They're moving back 5. 3rd and 6, Seattle. So we'll see if they can convert here. It'd be in long field goal range. Milrow in the gun. Receiver to his left, 3 receivers out right. Blitz pressure coming from Seattle. It doesn't really get home. Fires, and that is caught. We'll see what the flag is, but he's going to be down at like the 1-yard line. The ball came out after he hit the ground, but let's see what this flag is. It could be offensive pass interference. Let's see what they're going to call here. Yeah, he threw it. He made the catch, and he was down at the 1-yard line. That was a good pass. The blitz just did not get home there. So pass interference on Kansas City, it will be declined, and so Seattle's going to be on the 1-yard line. Yeah, they sent an extra rusher, and they just didn't get home. Threw a strike. It was caught. Henderson Jr., good leaping grab by him. I couldn't see who he had in coverage, but he was definitely down he was definitely down. So they're going to be mark him at about the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Seattle. Keep on the outside. Milrow's in for the touchdown. Hey, I said Milrow would have the touchdown. So what are you going to say about that? Oh, there's a flag on it. Hold on. What are they going to say the flag is? That will be holding on the offense. It's going to back him up 10 yards. TD is no good. And so they're backing that up, and it'll be a replay of 1st down. 1st and goal from the 12 now. So TD no good, backing him up. So 1st and goal from about the 11-yard line, actually. Milrow, I formation back behind him in the pistol. Takes a snap. Play action. He's got years all day. Fires, caught. And at number 86, he's down at about the 4-yard line. That was White on the catch. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. And if you're the Chiefs defense here, you really need a big stop here. Force them to that field goal. Don't let him get in the end zone. Keep this a winnable game. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. Milroe in the gun, back to his right, or back to his left, trips on the right side. Motioning his man over left. Takes the snap. He's looking. Milroe's rolling to his right now. Fires, incomplete, out of the back of the end zone. That's going to bring up third and goal. And you really notice the drop off here from the Chiefs starting, or not starting, but a lot of their core defensive line guys being shifted out into the third stringers at this point in this one, where even with the blitz packages, they are just not getting home on Milroe at all. Feels like he has 50 years back there. This is exactly how we felt last year. Third and goal. From the 4, Milroe in the gun, back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Takes a snap. He's got some time. He's looking. Fires. Caught. Touchdown. Number 83 for Seattle, and he's in. Just wide open. That is Vanette, tight end. So now let's check out the PAT and see what's going to happen here. That's the first touchdown in this game. Milroe, 14 for 19 for 187 yards in this one and a touchdown pass. Extra point. Is no good. He missed it. And so that could be a big difference maker here, as it's going to stay 9-6. Field goal will tie the game. Did Fano, if you're still here, did Seattle have kicker troubles last year at all? Or did they get a new kicker? It will be Kansas City football when we come back. So, good play there. I mean, Milroe, 14 for 19, 187 yards, 1 TD, 1 sack, 122 rating. Comparing to Nussmeier, 13 for 23, 138, 1 pick, 0 touchdowns, 56 rating. Milroe is still the leading rusher for Seattle, 6 carries for 16 yards. Meanwhile, Wright has 9 carries for 14 yards. Here, we'll just go over here. And, Cody White is now the leading receiver in this one for Seattle. 3 catches for 69 yards. He had that 40-yarder. That was a good play. And we'll see how the Chiefs respond to that in this one. So, Chiefs need to answer back, at least tie this game up. So we are coming back off commercial break for the kickoff. 10 plays, 52 yards, 4 minutes and 47 seconds of time burned on that drive for Seattle. The missed PAT could be the difference. Kick is deep, deep, and he's just going to kneel it. And that will start the Chiefs at 35. I mean, Van Nant was just wide open. There wasn't a Chief within 10 yards. So 1st and 10, 5:35 left in the third. Nussmeier under center, receiver each side, back behind him. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff. And maybe got a yard or two. That was number 24. I think that's Brashard Smith in there still. Giving him some extra reps. 2nd and 9. 5, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And so 2nd and 9. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. 2 receivers each side. Takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And Smith's got some room, and he's going to pick up like nearly 15 yards. That's a first down for him. One of the things I've liked about Smith from watching this game is he seems to run better out of shotgun, which, as we've talked about, isn't one of Walker's strongest things. Not that he can't do it, but it is nice to have someone who can do way better at that. Running out of gun, he picks up 14. Running under center, Smith picks up 1. Nussmeier, I formation, or in the pistol, sorry. Takes the snap. Play action, he's rolling, he fires it. Caught. That was by Jared Wiley, I think. Is that who that was? Number 88? That'll be about a 5-yard gain. 2nd down. Oh, no, that's Jake Brenningstool. Excuse me. Jake Brenningstool. Yeah, he picked up 6 yards. Nice little tight end. He kind of drifted out of the backfield on the scramble. Nussmeier under center, 3 receivers right, single back. Takes the snap. It's a pitch to the right side. He's got blockers, and he gets, it might have been a horse collar, but either way, he picked up maybe 1. Maybe 1 yard. And that was Smith on the pitch outside, so 3rd and 3. And the clock is stopped, and I'm not sure why. Oh, it's because Smith is down. Uh-oh. Hope he's okay. It looked like the way he grabbed him, he kind of like, grabbed on his, like, around his neck. I didn't see really how he landed there. They didn't have a good shot of it. Big 3rd down coming up. Yeah, that was a nice catch by Jake Brenningstool there. Only for 7 yards, but yeah. Brashard Smith is now up to 11 carries for 57 yards. Makes him the leading rusher in this game. Chiefs have 135 rushing yards in this one. I don't know if that's the Seahawks. I don't know if that's their defense not being good against the run or their offense being good at it, but I think they were pretty good last week. Let me check something out real quick. They had about 100 yards against the Bucks last week, so they're definitely a little more today for sure. So we will have to see what goes on here. Hopefully Smith is okay. And we're on commercial break. It's so weird because I'm used to watching these games that aren't local to me, and this one is, and so all the commercials are for local stuff. I'm used to like the big commercials. Uh, all right, 3:34 in the third. Chiefs ball. We'll have to check in on Smith. Hopefully, he returns to this game, and we can find out what happened with him. He'll be a big part of at least the Chiefs' return game. All right, 3rd and 3. Nussmeier in the gun, takes the snap. Smith is actually in there right now, takes the catch, makes a man miss, but he's still going to lose so many yards. That play was blown up from the start. I think they lost 6 yards there. That'll be 4th down. And I think you're far enough that you punt it. Yeah, they sent extra men, and Nussmeier was just pressured immediately from his blind side. 4th and 8. And so punting it back to the Seahawks. Ariza set to punt. And punt is away. Fair catch at about the 14-yard line. And that is where the Hawks are going to start their drive. 2:38 in the third. Seahawks lead 9-6. And we'll be right back. I missed the first play. Sorry, a little play action by Milroe. It was broken up, actually. It was a nice pass breakup. Nice pressure. Maybe he just dropped it. That looked more like a drop to me. That was Hicks for Seattle who dropped the pass there. I'll bring up 2nd and 10. And so here we go. Milroe in the gun back to his left. Now motioning it so he's got trips right. Takes the snap. Oh, pressure's right there. Has to throw it away. Was there even anyone there? Maybe there was an eligible receiver there. He just had to dirt it, basically. That was a blitz that got home. 3rd and 10 for Seattle. Just like that, it's already 3rd and 10. Let's see if the Chiefs can stop them one more time. Get the ball back. So here we go. 3rd and 10. Milroe in the gun. I believe he's alone back there. Nope, back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Takes the snap. He's got time. Pressure coming. Fires it. Incomplete. No one there. 4th down. Good play. Those are 2 good pressures back to back. I was just complaining last drive about how, it seems like they couldn't get home, and they were getting home there. And so barely burning any time off the clock. They burned, 30 seconds? Chiefs are getting the ball back. And so punt will be going away here just momentarily. Takes the snap. Dickinson's punt is away. And he's going to start his return around the 30. Makes the catch. He's looking to make a move. He's at the 35. Cuts it back inside to the 40. To the 45 and down about the 50-yard line. And that is Remigio, I believe, on the return there. Good return by him. So about a 20-yard return there. So the Chiefs are going to start at about midfield. 2:11 to go in the third. Seahawks lead the Chiefs 9-6. So 1st and 10 for Kansas City. Milrow, under center, single back, one wide out. Takes the snap. Handoff to Smith. And he got some good yards there. He picked up like 7 yards right up the gut. And it's good to see him back out there. I'm not sure what happened to him when he was going out there at the end of the last drive, but maybe just some pain going on. But that was a good run by him. 2nd and 3. 145, 44, 43, 42, 41. Nussmeier in the gun, or in the pistol, single back behind him, takes the snap, hands it off to Smith, who picks up the first down and picks up about 6 yards up the gut there. That's going to be a Chiefs first down. Nice running. Like, the Nussmeier's been inconsistent in the past game, so you do what you got to do. You pound the rock. So 1st and 10 for Kansas City. This will be from the Seahawks 38-yard line. Nussmeier in the gun, single back behind him. I believe the back is DeMarcado. Actually, it might be Johnson back in there. Nope, someone else. It's neither one of them. I don't know who it is. Pitch to him. Takes the snap. He gets about 7. Who's number 35? Is that DeMarcado? I don't think so. Who's number 35? E.J. Smith. That's who that was. Okay, weird. Play action snap. Run up the middle. And got right about 1 yard shy of the first. 3rd down. 8 seconds left in the third. Looks like we are going on to the 4th quarter of this game. Seahawks still leading this one. 9-6. And the Seahawks with the only TD in this one. We're going to commercial break. And so, yeah, that was E.J. Smith. Maybe I got some of those other. How many carries? Oh, that was his first? Okay. I was going to say, because all the other times it was Richard out there carrying the rock. How does it? Whatever. So, updating it now for the Chiefs' current offensive set. So we got Nussmeier, 16 for 26, 145 yards, or 144 yards, sorry. 1 INT, 60 rating. Brashard Smith, 13 carries for 69 yards. Johnson, 7 carries for 39 yards. DeMarcado, still 9 for 37. Meanwhile, on the Seahawks side, Milrow, 14 for 22, 188 yards, 1 TD, 1 sack, 105 rating. Milrow is still the leading rusher for Seattle with 16 yards, which, if I'm a Seahawks fan, I'd be concerned. I mean, even games where Mahomes led the running back room last year, he had like 30 or 40 yards at least. 16 yards and being the leader is crazy. And that's on how many? I guess they don't have too many. I guess they've only ran 15 rushing plays. The Chiefs have ran 31. So the Chiefs have just ran a lot more plays in this one too. Like if we go and look, Chiefs time of possession 26 minutes, Seattle 18. So we'll have to see. Chiefs get another chance with the ball in this one. Let's see if they can do something with it. Panning to the fans, tomahawk chopping, a couple Seahawks fans in the stands. Someday I'm going to go to Arrowhead. So start of the fourth quarter, Seahawks are still in the lead, 9-6, in a real barn burner of a game. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, trips left side. Takes a snap, pressure coming, fires, caught, and that's Jake Brittingstool on the catch, and that's a first down. Nice play by Brittingstool there. Start us off in the fourth. And he's another one to watch out for in this tight end spot, because we need 3 or 4 tight ends on this team. We'll see if he makes the roster or not. Definitely be paying attention to it when the 53-man roster is announced. Nussmeier under the gun, single back set, takes a snap. Play action. He's rolling, fires, caught, and that is Armstrong. There's a flag, however. We'll have to see what this flag is. It just got thrown. Yeah, it might be pass interference. So it's unnecessary roughness on Seattle, number 23. I believe that's applied after the spot of the ball. So this is going to be like first and goal. This was a great play by Armstrong to Nussmeier again. That's such a weak call. I mean, maybe it's because he I think they're going to say it's because of the helmet to helmet, but such a weak call. I don't like it. First and goal, Seahawks. Nussmeier in the pistol, takes the snap. Hand off to Bashard Smith, and he's pushing. He's down into the 1 or 2 yard line. Yeah, look, I'll be honest. When we're talking about ref ball, even if it helps my team, I hate it. Like, what is he supposed to do there? Like, the guy caught it right in his face. Like, he didn't have time to even get down. Soft call. It should be like the Chiefs should be farther back. Second and goal from the Seahawks 1 yard line. If the Chiefs don't get in here, I'm going to be sad. And looks like it's going to be a timeout, probably Kansas City, I would think. Oh, I didn't see who called the timeout, but someone did. Okay, well, that might be it. Kansas City will take their first time out. So, yeah, I hate, as an NFL fan, I hate roughing the passer calls. I hate most unnecessary roughness calls. I mean, there's some obvious ones, but that was such a weak call. I hate it. You might be ahead of me in watching this game, Fano. I don't know. That could be true. So, second and goal. Nussmeier in the gun, motioning a man to the right. Single back, motioning him back. Takes the snap. Hand off to Smith. And, oh, that's so close. We'll have to see. I think he is short. I think you're right. I think he's on the half-yard line. And so, oh, you're ahead of me. Okay. Well, I gotta stop reading my chat. So pick 6, huh? You're ahead of me by a lot. Damn. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you were called short. I don't know if that short was delayed on your part or if it was delayed on my part. Oh, okay. It was short. So third and goal from the half-yard line. Actually, about the 3/4 yard line, if that's a thing. And Kansas City's gonna take another timeout here. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess if you need to use them, what are you having? Are you having PTSD from a certain Super Bowl where that that goal line interception happened? No. 12:39 in the fourth quarter. It might be too far. Oh, okay. Third and goal. I'd really like to see the Chiefs go for this if they don't get it. Let's see what they say. Nussmeier Is he just gonna QB sneak it? Nope. Backs off. Oh yeah, he even lost yards there, I think. So with that, it's gonna bring up 4th and goal. And are you gonna send Butker out? I really hope they don't. I don't really want to see Butker kick this. I'll get back to my chat in a second, photo. I'm just gonna go through the drive. Yeah, he probably lost half a yard there, honestly. Where's he down? He's down right there. Yeah, he's back at the 1 yard line. That's a good goal line stand. So they kicking it? I didn't even see. I mean, who cares if you win on this one? Let's see. Yep. So Butker's out. He's made 2 today and missed 1 from, I think it was 60. I'd have to look. Actually, after he makes this kick, I'm going to check that out because I'm curious what his miss was. 19-yard attempt. Dude, if Butker misses this, I swear to God, I'm not even reading my chat. I just need to know. Okay, so 19 yards. Ariza the holder. Butker the kicker. Takes the snap. Kick is up, and it's good. Okay. All right, so tied at 9. 9 all. Let me see. I want to go, while we're going to this commercial, I want to look at like Butker's kicking. Maybe it'll show me if I go to the play-by-play. Hold on. Scoring plays. All plays. Hold on. So Butker missed a 58-yarder. Okay. That's what it was. So he's made 3 of 4. He missed a 58-yarder. So we're tied up 9 all. Chiefs just don't like scoring touchdowns, I guess. I think they could have gotten it. But I guess if your defense, maybe you're trying to play off the momentum. I mean, your defense just shut down Milroe on the last drive, but man. The worst part is you kind of feel like the Chiefs got handed that drive because of the weak roughing call. Like, yeah, they still would have been inside the 10, but like you wouldn't have been inside, the goal line basically the whole time. So that sucks. So after that series, let's see, we got Nussmeier 18 for 28, 165. Rashard Smith 16 for 72. Chiefs have 154 rushing yards now. All their rushers are averaging at least 4 yards a carry. So no, we'll never be ready for that. For Milroe to enter that talk, he needs to lead a talentless team to multiple Super Bowls in a row. And instead, he's going to be riding the bench behind Sam Darnold, who is a game manager for a team that is loaded with talent. So, listen, the only people who can enter the conversation of comparing to Mahomes is like Allen right now in the current league, but Brady, I mean, I think it's easy to say that Mahomes is a top 5 quarterback ever. So, no. 9-9. Butker kick is away. Fielded at the 8-yard line. He's making his return, and he's brought down at about the 29. I don't know. I think he's probably out talking with my uncle right now, who's here. So he's visiting from Texas. I was supposed to go with them to go to dinner, but instead I am here watching a 9-9 preseason game. So really using my time well. All right. So Milroe under center. in the I formation. Takes a snap. Handoff right side, running play. Ooh, he got some yards there. He picked up like 5 yards. There's a flag late on the play. I don't know what this is going to be. I'll answer that in question at Fano. I wonder what they're going to call here. Let's see. Holding on the defense, actually, and so that might make that a first down. So not only did they not stop the run, but the Chiefs also get a holding call on them. So 1st and 10, Seattle. So I believe it's 1st and 10. Otherwise, it's like 2nd and 1. So 11:40, 39, 38, 37. And why are they stopping it? Okay, are we good? The officials stopped it for some reason. All right, Milrow under center, single back formation, receiver each side, takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and maybe got 2 yards. They went somewhere up north. I don't know where they went. They might have just went to my family's house, honestly. Have you watched the Seahawks Hard Knocks? No. I've seen nothing but clips of it. So I don't know. I'm not a big Hard Knocks guy. I don't know. At that point, it almost feels. Obviously, it's not real reality TV, but it kind of feels that way. So I don't really watch a lot of that stuff. 2nd and 8, Milrow, under center, takes the snap, play action. There's a flag thrown, throws it, caught. It will be about a 10-yard gain, not barring this penalty, which might be for holding. Let's find out. Illegal shift on the offense, 5-yard penalty. So that was illegal shift on 84, 5-yard penalty. That's going to move them back. So 1st and 15, which sucks because he actually made the catch there. That was an illegal shift on the tight end. Rashee Rice. Now here's the thing. That's the problem about the Chiefs. You have some serious concerns about who is wide receiver, who's good enough. Let me answer that. Bring that question up at the end of the game. We can talk about it, or at a commercial. Milrow takes the snap in the gun, fires. It's a little screen, caught, and I see a flag again thrown late. I'm not sure what this is, but this is near the first down, I believe. This was maybe about a 15-yard pass. Let's see what they're going to call here. This might be pass interference on the offense or on the defense. Okay, so there were that was a shorter pass than I thought. No foul, 3rd down. Seattle. Maybe about a 7 or 8-yard pass. 10-16 left to go, 3rd and 8. These are all questions I'll answer on the next commercial. I'll go through them then, so stick around for that. Milrow, 3rd and 8. He's in the gun, receiver to his right, 2 receivers each side. Oh, and false start on Seattle. There's so many flags. They're backing him up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 13. Or 3rd and 13. Oh, man. This is preseason football right here. So, yeah, it's on the right tackle. He jumps. Unfortunate. So 3rd and long for Seattle on this one. So here we go. 3rd and 13, Milrow in the gun, back to his right. Takes the snap. It was a low snap. He's got all day, all year. Fires it deep. Oh, and it's dropped. Oh, he had the first down. That was number 1 for Seattle. I might have been knocked out. Well, I'd have to see the replay. It hit him in the hands. Goes up for it. No, it's broken up. That's a PBU by number 19 from Kansas City. Oh, man. I don't know. I'd have to check who 19 is. Either way, 4th and 13. Seahawks are punting. Man, that was good. Punt is away for Seattle. and he's around the 20-yard line. He's going to try to return it and loses 3 yards. Who would have guessed? So Chiefs will start at about the 17. Okay, while they're getting set up here. So, am I going to any Toledo games? I don't really have a plan to go to Toledo games right now. Doing this is going to take up a lot of my time, and I'm working a crazy amount. Is Rice going to go to jail this year? No. So how it worked out is his agreement is if he violated his probation, he had to serve 30 days in jail. He did the 30 days already because he violated his probation, but he doesn't owe anything else to it. Like, he's already settled it. The question becomes, like, is he going to get another suspension from the league? Which I think the answer is no. And then the question becomes, is he good enough to get another contract? Which is what I want to talk about. You're talking about the Chiefs wide receiver one. So honestly, you have candidates for this, right? So hold on, I'll get to that in a second. So wide receiver one in Kansas City, we don't have a clear cut wide receiver one necessarily like JSN, right? So it should be Rice. I mean, Rice is probably the most talented of the wide receivers, but he hasn't, in the last couple seasons, he hasn't really shown it. I mean, Kelsey's led the room both years. So then you got Worthy is coming off of that injury that he had. He had to get surgery. Hopefully he plays better this year. And then you signed Tyquan Thornton, to a longer deal. At times, he was the best receiver Kansas City had last year. So I think wide receiver one's going to be a trial of committee. You would just hope that one of those guys takes the step up, because if Kelsey is leading the receiving room again this year, I might lose my mind. Like, there is no reason a 37-year-old tight end should be leading the receiving room. But I also think it's worth mentioning that Mahomes's numbers are going to be down this, like, they're going to be pretty much the same, but he's going to look better because I don't think they're going to pass as much. Like, if our running backs aren't getting at least 25 carries a game, I'm going to be upset. Like, you didn't go pay Walker and you didn't get Johnson and to not run the football. Like, if our running backs are, no. Maybe. I guess it would depend on, how he does. I could see Joe Burrow actually getting comeback player of the year. I would think Burrow. Burrow just has a better talented roster around him. And so, Mahomes probably won't get comeback player of the year. For Mahomes, he's either going to get MVP or nothing. All right, we missed the first play. Big catch. I didn't even see it. The play was already going. That's a catch by number 80, Dr. Jesus. Is that what that says on that guy? Yeah, number 80. So that was D Jesus, D Jesus. Oh, there's a flag already. Okay, well, never mind. It was a dead play. So penalty, something, half the distance to the goal. Yeah, so I don't know what was going on there. Who's my MVP this year? I don't know. It's so weird because last season, I don't know if you know this, but last season was the closest MVP race in history. Between Stafford and Drake May. Hold on real quick. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, takes the snap. He's looking. He's got a little bit of time. Oh, and it's batted down by the lineman. He tried to throw a little screen pass, and number 51 just knocks it down. All right, second down. So it was the closest. Yeah, it was. It was literally one vote. So, like, Stafford won by one vote, which is the closest it's ever been. Usually, the it's a little, you have like someone who's ahead by like 30 votes and maybe two other votes. But yeah, it was the closest one in history. So, with that being said, Nussmeier in the gun, motioning a man, hands it off up the middle, and that's 35. He picked up like 5 yards. So you had the closest MVP race in the history of the award. So I don't know if there's any favorites. My initial thought would be the AFC quarterbacks. You got Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes. One of those guys. Mahomes is probably the least likely of them, honestly. I think Mahomes' team this year is built around him being able to be a little more of a game manager. I would think Burrow. If Burrow actually plays this whole year, but we'll see. Nussmeier in the gun, trips to his left, back to his right. 3rd and 15 from the 12-yard line. Takes the snap. He's got some time. He fires it. Caught. Maybe gained like 6 yards. How old is Cooper Kupp? Isn't he like 33? What is the Seahawks starting? What is the Seahawks receiving core? Hold on. You got JSN. You got Shaheed. I thought they got Shaheed. You got Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna go honestly under. I could totally be wrong on that, but I don't think Kupp breaks 1,000 yards. Fair catch on the punt by Foster Jr. at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, but I don't know. But JSN is so good. I know he had 800 last year, but I don't think the Seahawks offense took a big step up, and I think your run game is going to take a step back a little bit, and so with that, teams are going to be able to focus more on your guys' passing game, which was one of the big things I was going to talk about. Also, I think Darnold relied really heavily on having that elite run game to be a game manager, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to take the step up. Dude, you're talking, you're saying the most like egotistical position is talking about that, dude. I don't know. I don't think he gets to make that choice, but we'll see. We'll see. Either way, JSN is definitely one of the top 10 receivers in the league. Cooper Kupp is still really good. But I just don't know. Because here's my thought on this, right? Like, so if Cooper Kupp has 900 yards, I would think JSN has at least like 1,300, right? Is that fair? Because then you're thinking, okay, top two, not two. I'm just saying, like, if Cooper Kupp has 900 yards, JSN has to have more, like 13 to 1,500, and then you spread it around the rest with the running backs. That's probably another 1,000. I don't know if Darnold is throwing for like more than 4,000 yards. Like, what did Darnold throw for last year? If I had my video script up, he had exactly 4,000 yards last year. I don't expect Darnold to have more yards this year than he did last year. So he had like 4,048 yards. If everyone's going to get more receiving yards in Seattle, that means Darnold's going to have to take a step up. He's never really, any system that he's had to lead heavily, he's never done well in. Like, he had to lead in New York and he couldn't do it there. When he went to the Vikings, he didn't have to lead. He was great. Except for that playoff game against the Rams where he had to lead and he got buried and was seeing ghosts. And then in Seattle, he came to system. Yeah. I haven't even seen the play yet. They're just talking about Kenneth Walker right now. I got you. I haven't even seen a play yet. All right. Milrow under center in the I formation. 2 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. Kind of bobbles the snap. Hand off. He's got some room. Gets about 5 yards. So 2nd down for Seattle. 7:38, 37, 36, 35. Dude, this game's shaping up to end 12-9 Seattle ahead. Yeah, Jordan Pierce or Price. That's what I was thinking. Like, I'll be curious because they already said he's not playing the rest of the preseason, so he's that good? I don't know if he played any of the preseason before this. Milrow under center, single back formation. Motioning a man to the right, takes the snap. Hand off, and he picks up about 3 yards. He was sore. I mean, right now they're showing some of his college highlights, but I don't know. I take college highlights with a grain of salt. He could be. I mean, that's the thing. You drafted him 32 overall, so if he's a bust, it's really going to hurt. You know, Like the Chiefs are still reeling from drafting FAU at like 31 a couple years ago. That was a pick that hurt us. 2nd and 16. Oh, was there a penalty I missed there? Maybe there was a holding call. There must have been. They didn't even show it on the broadcast. So 2nd and 16 for Seattle. Milroe under center, single back set, takes the snap, play action, rolling to his left. He's looking, and he's going to scramble. Picked up about 5 yards. Forward being stepping out of bounds. 3rd and maybe 10. Notre Dame had 2. Did they also have Jeremiah Love? I don't know the colleges. So they had Love and Pierce that were both drafted in the first round? So, because I'm thinking like the last running back that was drafted in the first round that was really good was Saquon, right? That has played well in the NFL later. Milroe in the gun, 3rd and 12, back to his left, 2 receivers each side. He's going to take the snap. He's looking. Bye has a million years, fires, incomplete. 4th down. I don't know where Milroe was throwing that, but it was Gibbs the first round? Oh, okay, I'd say Gibbs then. Jahmyr Gibbs is undoubtedly one of the best running backs in the league right now. 4th and 12. Seahawks are punting this away. There must have been a penalty I missed there. Because they didn't even say it on the broadcast at all. Takes the snap. Punt is away. And it's caught around the 18-yard line. He's going to try to return it. Tries to cut it upfield. Gets to the 20 and about the 25-yard line. Gain about 5 yards. And we are deep into the 3rd stringers and 4th stringers now. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Talking about Gibbs for a second, like Gibbs and what's the other one's name that they just let go? The Lions. Those two basically enabled Goff to be a good quarterback. Like, because Goff, he's all right, but I'd say he's more of a game manager than anything. Like, I don't think Goff elevates rosters. I think rosters elevate Goff. So, 1st and 10. Yeah, he's a good game manager, one of the best, but game manager. 1st and 10, Nussmeier under center, single back set. Takes the snap, hands it off to him, and he gets about 2 yards. And that was Burchard. No, that was the other Smith. Sorry, that wasn't. What is Burchard Smith? What is his number? No, yeah. So all the Chiefs' big running backs are out. That was a different Smith. It wasn't a tackle for a loss, unless you're ahead of play on me, which you could very well be. 2nd and 8. Handoff out of the backfield. Oh my God. Blown up for like 5 yards. Holy cow. Dude, are we about to get a tie? Is that what we're building to? Dude, there were 3 people in the backfield there. What happened? What is that guy wearing? What is on his hand? Is that a glove? All right. Stop boiling it, Fauno. Fuck you. 3rd and 12. Nussmeier in the gun. Back to his left. Takes a snap. He's looking. Scrambles. Fires. Caught. Number 80. 1st down. Oh, is that it? I was going to say, that's impressive. 1st and 10. And this passes like that are what I was talking about with Nussmeier. Like, he can't stand in the pocket and throw a strike very well, but like the dude can undoubtedly like look like Mahomes. He can scramble around and throw these offbeat passes. Like he throws this one awkward angle. I mean, it's like something that like Mahomes would do. Quick pass on the outside, caught, and picks up like 8 yards there. There's a flag down somewhere in the back. We'll have to see what it is. Pass interference on the offense. They've thrown like four. They've thrown more offensive PI in this game than defensive PI. That's pretty crazy. And Nussmeier going up to the ref there talking about it. So that's going to move them back. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Or 1st and 20, sorry. So 1st and 20 there. It's crazy that they're going to call that offensive pass interference when the ball was literally like out of his hand by the time the flag was down. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left, trips left side. 1st and 20. Takes the snap. Oh, that was padded up at the line. Kind of a low throw there. And so 2nd and 20. Blocked up by Hubbard. See this ball placement. I mean, this would have been a good pass, but he threw it right. His hand was already up. He threw it at his hand. That's sad. 2nd and 20. 3:52 in the game. So here we go. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his right. 2 each side. Takes the snap. Play action. Penalty, holding. They might not even accept it because they lost like 3 yards there. And the 3rd stringer's hurt. Actually, this would be like the 4th stringer, like the practice squad guy. I think the flag is holding, though. You know, I unmuted the audio real quick to try to listen to the broadcast, talk about the penalty, and they are not even interested at all anymore. 3rd and 24 for Kansas City. They declined it. 3:47 to go. Nussmeier in the gun, back to his left. I think that's Smith back out there. Takes a snap. Rolling, firing. Caught. Is that a 1st down? No, there's no way. That's like 4th and whatever. I think that was only a 14-yard pass. Maybe that was a 1st down. I don't know where the marker is. Where does this start at? He rolls. Okay, so at the 30. No, it's not a 1st down. He's short. Okay, I see the chains now. So that's like 4th down. 4th and 7. Are the Chiefs punting it away? Or are they going for it? No, they're punting it. Okay. So going back to Seattle. And this is a booming punt. It's going to go out of the back of the end zone, I think. So does that take him to the 20 now? I don't remember. 3:33 left in this one. Seahawks ball. And there's a flag. Hold on. What's this flag? No, you cannot. Unnecessary roughness is what they were going to call? Dude, I'm kind of... I don't know if... I hope this is a theme in the whole season, but I don't know if you've noticed it, but these refs, they've thrown a lot of flags and they just pick them up. So, I don't know if that's like a new thing this year, but that'd be cool because ref ball sucks. Oh, is it going to be there? Oh, it was there. I see. Okay. That would have been a soft call. I would have been pissed. They literally were just blocking the guy. All right. 1st and 10, Seahawks 20-yard line. Milrow under center, 2 receivers to his left, single back set. Motion, so he's going to have trips, or no, into the pistol, or wing T. Takes a snap. Right, picks up about 5 yards. 2nd down. Maybe about 4. He's walking kind of gingerly there off the field. Maybe tweaked his leg a little bit there. Hope he's okay. That right, that is. 3:13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. There we go. That's your time sync. 2nd and 6 for Seattle. Yeah, 13 carries for 27 yards for the Seahawks for their running back. Milrow under center, motioning a man, single back set. Takes the snap. It's going to be a play action. Oh, he's got pressure right there. What's the penalty? Steps out of bounds. Is this a free play? Is that what's going on here? What's this flag? All right. Night, Fano. So what is this penalty here? What do we got? And so holding on the defense. So this is, I think this is automatic first down. Yeah, automatic first down. So you had it, and that's it. So first down, Seattle. And so 2:45 to go, 1st and 10 Seahawks. From the Chiefs 29, Milroe under center, single running back, 2 to his left, takes the snap. It's a handoff, blown up immediately. There we go. Loses about 2 yards there, maybe a yard. 2nd down. So 2:30 left to go. This, I think we have to get one more play before the 2-minute warning. So they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage there. So 2nd and 10. So here we go. Milroe under center, back behind him, motioning a man left. Nope, motioning a man for the lead blocker. Takes a snap. Play action. He's got time. He's got time. He's got time. Fires. That is caught. Big time catch near the Chiefs' 41-yard line. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 1:57 in Kansas City. Yeah, there was no pressure there. Milroe had all day. Anthony was wide open here. 84. Good play. I need to see something. Are the Chiefs 0-3 in the red zone in this game? Oh my god, I'm disgusted. Chiefs 0-3 in the red zone. Meanwhile, the Seahawks are 1 for 1. So let's just go over here real quick, talk about some stats for this one. So Chiefs 259 yards, or sorry, Seahawks 259 yards, Chiefs 353, a turnover apiece. Chiefs have 21 first downs. Seahawks 13 penalties for 90 yards. Kansas City 11 for 81. Seahawks 4 for 11 on 3rd down. Chiefs 9 for 17. Time of possession 24 minutes. Seahawks 33 minutes. Kansas City. So, and they are in Kansas City territory at their 41-yard line. So, and I assume we'll be coming back here momentarily from commercial break. Julian Love, number 20. Turnover would be really cool here from the Chiefs, but I don't think it's very likely. I mean, we're deep into playing like 3rd stringers and 4th stringers here in terms of like what we got going on here. So, yep. Brashard Smith, 16 carries for 72 yards. They are giving this man a workload. I think the craziest thing is Johnson has still about half of his yards with only 7 carries. DeMarcano's at 9 for 37. So, yeah. And Armstrong's still the leading receiver. So, coming back from commercial now here in Kansas City. We're getting down to the end of it here, folks. I gotta tell you, this has been a rough game to watch, but 2 minutes left, and Seahawks kicker Myers kind of warming up on the sideline to make that game winner for them. And really, they only need like one first down here and they win this game. So, and the Seahawks and the Chiefs' losing streak of 9 preseason games will grow once again. 1st and 10. All right, you got Milrow under center. Probably a running play here, single back set. Takes the snap, handoff, and oh man, he picked up 6 yards there. 2nd and 4. And did the Chiefs immediately take a timeout? Is that what happened here? Clock is stopped. I'm assuming that's what happened. So maybe it's because of the injury. Another person kind of hobbling off. Hope they're okay. Yep, so Chiefs have burned their last timeout. 2nd and 4. 15 carries for 33 yards. I'd say like the Chiefs defense definitely have proven their worth in this. It's that offense I'm concerned about. But you didn't really have a lot of your guys for a lot of this game, so we'll see. So 2nd and 4. Milrow under center or in the wing or in the pistol, takes a snap, hands it off to 25. He's got some room, first down. And that will probably just about seal this one. Honestly, you could just kneel this out and that will call game. As long as they make the kick. Remember, he did miss a PAT earlier. They would be ahead right now if they had that PAT. Dude, it would be hilarious if they missed this just for the funny bit of having a tie preseason game. The Chiefs' losing streak ends with a tie. 123. Milrow, under center, single back set. Timeout. Seattle. So they're down to 1. 1:14 left in this ball game. And so 1:14 to go in this one. And it seems all but certain here that Seattle's got this one in the bag. Meyer just warming up on the sideline to go make this kick. 1st and 10. Milrow under center, single back set. Takes a snap. Ooh, and he's blown up for like a 3-yard loss there. Saw the run coming from a mile away. So back him up a little bit. 2nd and 13, 3-yard loss there. And Seattle needs to get some yards here. They're just going to run down this clock as long as they can, which thank God, because this game needs to be over. All right. So, 2nd and 13, 36 seconds left. Milrow under center. Single back set. Takes the snap. Handoff. He's blown up again for another loss. That's probably another 1-yard loss there for them. And they're going to have to try this after being backed up 5 yards. This might be close to a 50-yarder. This is not a give me. You see where the ball's at here. Five, 4, 3, 2. And they're taking the timeout with 2 seconds on the clock. And this kick is the game. I don't believe there's overtime in preseason games. God, I hope there's not. All right, and so game-winning kick. Here we go. Milrow played great today. 16-22, 223 yards, TD pass. 1 sack. So 3 seconds in this one. And this will decide the game right here. This looks like it's a 52-yard field goal attempt from Myers. Snap. Kick is away and no good. He missed it wide right. Oh man. No good. It went wide right. Oh my god. Oh. And that's it. That's a tie game. 9-9. He missed it. I can't, dude. What a way to end this game. Oh my god. And to be fair, no team deserved to win this game. All right, well, Seahawks, Kansas City tied 9 all. Neither team's offense was consistent. Defense was the only consistent thing. Both kickers struggled. Milrow missed all but one of his kicks. Butker missed that 58-yarder. That's a long one at least, but, we didn't really see Butker kick inside 40, so missed a PAT. So yeah, that's going to be it here. Hope you guys have a great night. Expect the recap from this one to come out here in a day or two. And let's get ready for week 1 against the Broncos at home. Going to be a very exciting game. And have a great night.